get a double helping of intro just then. They were about to get a double helping. But why not? It's a great intro. It is a great intro.
Yep.
We're here.
We are here.
We finally made it.
Yep.
It's been like a theme almost. It's been like the theme of very, very highly anticipated reveals and us having to... What's up, Damon Harris? Already in the chat. Last time, it was people wondering what the world was the silhouette that turned out to be Antonov. Now, it was a whole chronicle of me dodging every single stupid leak out there. But nevertheless, I am hyped today, as you see the title. It is the Shattering. I'm acting like I can't say Shattering. Shattering Super Show. Boy, I'm ready for this. Y'all know me. I am the Wild Wolf himself, not named Terry Bogard, but Chrysalid in every single other name that y'all made for me. And I'm joined along with...
Siren Richardson.
This is Onyxe Lady.
Yes, sir.
To myself and the writer of Forbidden.
Yes, sir. We are here. Hope you're doing all right there, Damon. Thank you for joining us, then. We're just gonna jump straight into this. Now, interestingly, Siren here has not seen the trailer yet.
I have not.
He was very, very, very dedicated to like waiting.
Like surprises.
He was very dedicated. Surprises exactly. Like he was waiting. I think maybe he got like the MO a little bit mixed up, but you know, hey, it's gonna be fun watching him react to this. So this is gonna be Siren's first reaction to the recent KOF 15 events.
Yep.
After we watch this one time through, we're gonna go through and point out some notable things, break some stuff. I need to talk like break some stuff down. Let's stop holding it up.
All right.
He already liked it.
He didn't put it like this, I'm gonna like it now. He just knows he's gonna like the video.
He already liked it. He already liked it.
Oh.
He ain't even watching it, he said I'm gonna like it.
Let's go.
Like,
Let's go. Let's go. Full screen that puppy. Let's go.
All right. Y'all can see it fine, right?
You got it. I'm almost good. Quality might not be that great, but hey,
Shatter all expectations.
Oh.
that dreaded freaking slogan.
What? Damn.
What? That has got me curious. What is up with
Oh
this?
shit.
What is going on there?
Okay.
What is going on here?
KOF 15!
Damn. All right.
Don't analyze it.
39 fighters get in the ring! Are you ready? Okay, come on!
Damn.
Everybody's gonna pop when they said 39.
Characters that define the series. Fan favorites return from the grave.
All right.
Characters key to the unholy events.
Oh shit. There he is.
And heroes from all the KOF sagas return for
I'm trying to hold on.
KOF
I don't want to say anything
15.
yet because the analysis is
Hell
coming out.
yeah. All right. Oh shit.
This is definitely...
We get to see stuff.
We still
The
going. We
classic
still got time.
303 team battle system returns.
Oh damn. Okay.
They would have said like this
Visuals
before.
and gameplay systems deliver a new level of speed and excitement.
Okay.
Shatter Strike defends against and counters enemy attacks.
Okay.
Max Mode
We
unleashes
finally
your
got a name
massive
for that now,
potential.
and I like that name.
Max Mode quick cancels attacks and extends
that
your
name.
combos.
Okay.
Execute rush
I like the
combos
name
with simple
Shatter
button
Strike
presses.
better.
Thrilling special moves raise the fight to even higher levels of height.
So
Battle system in KOF history is here.
Holy shit.
this, they got three things that have basically
Unravel
been
the
shut
Oh my
mysteries of
God.
the ongoing
Like 3 days.
KOF saga
Okay.
in
These two
story
teams,
mode.
the two teams I mentioned, and then like
Oh my
Spotlight
god.
shines on the newly opened KOF tournament. Dormant force awakens.
I thought he was gonna say something right there.
Intertwine as the Earth heads towards destruction.
Okay.
I agree with you, Damon,
Climax
exactly.
beyond all
Because that
expectation.
right there,
Oh shit.
that made me happy. I was like, thank you, thank you. I was
Rollback
really-
netcode
Yeah,
empowers
agree.
Oh my god!
to the next level. Choose how you want to play with a variety of battle modes.
Holy shit.
In Draft versus mode, the battle starts from character selection. Practice your moves in training mode.
Damn, training
They
stage.
annoyed me with that.
Or put
They
your
annoyed
combo
me with that.
skills to
We'll
the
get to
test
that
in
momentarily.
trial mode. The gallery mode features character
I'll
artwork
bring the
and
video up on
sound
my
clips,
side and like
as
isn't
well
that
as a
again, sorry, but
special
the quality on
animated
my end,
short
like it's
by
fluctuating.
world-renowned director Masami
Holy
Owari.
crap.
The newly added DJ station features over 300 hit
And that caught me
SNK
by
songs.
surprise. So I'm
Focus
like,
on
Okay.
the AOF
the
series.
freaking so
Put on your
the
favorite
cinematic
track
mention
while
in the
you
beginning was
bust
actually
some
gonna be
heads.
in the game, and not like a promotional thing. You know, yeah, when I heard this song again, like you mentioned it last time we had talked about it casually and everything. I feel like the mistake they tried to make with the Shimei trailer was they
The King
tried
of
to like
Fighters.
Damn.
they tried to take this trailer and put it to the song, and it just was a little too try-hardy. Jose's in the house. There is that image. I wish I was at the con, because if these are like available post, I
Releases
forgot it's visual.
February
It's a
17th,
visual event.
2022.
I'm about to say,
Damn,
I want a
okay.
poster.
The deluxe
I want a
edition
poster.
comes with a
I want a
DLC
poster.
pass that contains 6 future DLC characters. Early purchases include
Oh
the
my
DLC
God.
costume Garo, Mark of the Wolves Terry.
Hell yeah.
Additionally,
Finally got
digital
it.
only
Finally
purchases
got it.
include the DLC costume Classic
Finally got it.
Leona.
Okay.
We got it.
Well, we got a lot to talk about there.
Yeah. Oh snap! Alright, so just to make sure, also for your viewing pleasure to use that industrial wording, you're gonna see that little freaking transition video that I have that freaking Jose called me a man of culture for. What we're gonna do is all of us are gonna have the videos like on our different devices and everything. That way you guys have the quality on my end where you're watching. We're gonna go through that and we're gonna, you know, analyze, break down, point out some notable stuff, comment, and that's basically gonna be it then. Also, if by chance, if you are keeping note of anything interesting concerning fighting games that is getting revealed at Gamescom as we are streaming, feel free to send it in. Now, if you send something bummy in, I'm gonna get you. But like, because I know one other thing that's coming, I think the Nickelodeon 2 characters are coming. So, while I get everything together, enjoy the awesome visual of Matsu going crazy on the keyboard once I get everything together. Let's go. You actually, but yes. Siren didn't pop his heart. Like, he got a little something going there. He got a little, he got a little hype. He got a little hype.
I look bigger, so I'm like, ooh, let me brace my ears. But no, it wasn't too bad. He was really happy to see Terry Bogard though in his own ball.
Yeah, a lot of people like that. A lot of people love the sight of that, and that caught me. But hey, at the same time, I kind of wish it was a default. But am I gonna
And I want to discuss the potential DLC.
Okay, so like, you know, let's say bring up the trailer on your devices. There, we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through everything. Like I said, if y'all have anything you want to talk about, by all means, just tell us when to stop and on what, you know, timestamp, and we'll take it from there. So, you know. So, Matsu is going ham over here on my side. I love that scene from Sekiro so much. I love it.
So, the real question is, when can I pre-order this?
I guess its game comes out February 17, 2022, so I guess pre-orders are open now.
Let me go ahead and address that, but that right there made me laugh so loud that I think I probably scared everybody in the neighborhood when they announced that it was going to be in February, because that's my birthday month. Like, I don't know what it is with freaking fighting games dropping in my birthday month. When Under Night and Birth came to PS4, that happened. It's like, I'm pretty sure it happened about 5 other times. So
they have like a full website on this too, right?
So we're gonna go through this again. What's going on in the chat right quick, because there's 4 of y'all here. saw it 2 streams ago. I saw his trailer for 2 streams ago. What are you talking about? 6 DLC characters? Yes. And on top of that, I was surprised they're going with Team DLC.
Yeah.
Characters, you know, they try to build into the
Hey,
game.
Shuichi. I was just like, keep just dropping chat. Hey, Shuichi, always good to see you.
The only
yeah,
thing
missing in the 15 trailer. We have not got this version of Terry since KOF 11. I was talking to somebody in one of my videos there. I think it was the one when I was talking about a few newcomers in the game. But when SNK was talking about Shatter All Expectations, I was expecting the roster to look more like KOF 11, where they just kind of had fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Roster is like, you know, I have a lot to say about this roster.
Yeah. All right. So let's skim through like on go. Just play the video on your end. If there's something you want to talk about, just say
Oh,
stop. and
yeah,
we'll,
before
timestamp.
we get in, there is one complaint I have.
Say what?
I have one complaint about this trailer, and it's the only complaint I
You said
have.
one. Well, let's get to that then. When you see like a portion where the complaint comes up, tell us to stop or just jump in case one of us do that. That way,
Okay.
we break down every little portion, you know, for the viewers and all that.
Okay.
So keep a note of what that is, because if it's one thing, I'm pretty sure you remember it.
By the
So-
way, I'll just set it to normal speed.
Say what?
Never mind, it's fine. I'll just set it to normal speed because I had it at slow
Like
mo.
not just regular speed. Regular speed.
Yeah, I know.
Technical speed is fine.
I was just
Like I
saying.
said, like
I was just saying I'm setting it back to normal mode because I had put it in slow mode just to prepare to analyze it, but that's fine. Because I set it back to... Whatever, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
him and his pants are getting DLC. That would be kind of groundbreaking because Kim got KOF perfect attendance. You know, far as like, you know, being like on the main roster and in the game. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I'll be shocked. I think Kim's coming.
all right, everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, so go. I say may contain inappropriate conflict children, ESRB, SNK, and all this other stuff and all that. Blah, 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 blah. Let me freaking drop this. They put that freaking slogan there.
Yeah.
So I like this. You don't have to pause it, but I just like the fact that, oh, let's stop at 17 mark. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about her. Let me not just do that. Let's talk about her. Let's talk about her.
Yeah.
What's up? What is it? What's up, man? What is it?
Yeah, that's, I want to ask you guys real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick before you guys talk. Do you think she's Chinese or Japanese? We know she's an Asian character, but do you think she's Chinese like Chune, or she's a different type of Asian character?
I think she's Korean.
Filipino?
I said Korean.
Filipino?
Maybe?
No, I'm like, I was saying that was my guess. That was my guess.
I think
I was
Okay.
guessing Filipino.
I'm
I might
gonna
be wrong.
say
She looks like a Korean
Korean.
character.
Damon says she looking like she went to Hot Topic before the time.
Looks like she looks like Jet Set Radio Future character.
she's got the... Okay, so she's got the verse hands is the thing.
I like hers more than Shunei though. I feel like they actually look like you know Shunei's go with his design as well. I do like her hands kind of get this whole vibe with her.
Yes.
Kind of be like this whole toxic because with the thing on her neck. Looks like she may be like some kind of poison user. In a sense.
Maybe. She looks cool though.
Or it's a personal reference. Well, not really a personal thing because like a couple of people might know or whatnot.
It's a
When I
reference to the
see
pandemic,
masks like
so
these
she
right
doesn't
here-
get it.
Well, not really the pandemic, but like something else. When I see like the mask that's around her neck though, it makes me think of the late Hana Kimura because her like one of her trademark things was like the little mask or
Right.
whatnot, the LED, and that's what I thought about when I saw this thing, you know. So R.I.P. Hana, that really just that.
So,
No, like, but at the same time, like she was like so awesome at what she did, then you can't help but be happy though. But like that's what I thought about. That's what I thought about. I mean, I could honestly, if Hana was still around right now, I don't know. Like I don't know if Hana was in the fighting games, but I could see like her pulling this off. I could see her pulling this off. Then, like her hair was pink, but like you know, why not? But
this is why
I got
because
a couple.
before...
Got a mixture of. Got a mixture of opinions. Some people in my chat say Chinese. Shuichi thinks she looks Korean. But it'd be interesting. This would be
Yeah,
really.
we'll find it.
This would be really.
She got
really
the arm.
comical if we were all wrong. It would be comical if we were all wrong.
It would be
What's up?
common, but we know she's not. We obviously know she's not a European character. She's not African, but she's definitely something Asian. We are definitely on the money on that part. I doubt she's Indian. That's not Asian.
I mean, since I mentioned Hana, maybe she might be half, like she might be half Japanese.
Maybe she's half Japanese, half Indian.
What's up?
Maybe she's half Japanese,
What'd you
half
say,
Indian. I think she might. She could be half
be.
Japanese, half Indian because of the. That's
Could
because
be.
of the
Could
tone
be.
and kind of the shape of like the face a little bit. I think it's
Now,
the
I
nose.
did-
but-
Now let me now let me tell you something funny that I had seen though. Someone was talking about some like, oh y'all, I want to hear y'all's genuine first reaction to this. Those like you and Siren there, Onyx and all of you in the chat. Somebody, I'm not gonna say who because I want to put them on blast, but they were like, oh, y'all sat there and hated on Shune with his freaking street style then, but let just a cute little chick like this new girl, she does it and it looks fly. Y'all are just horny, just admit it.
Damn.
I'm like,
That's so stupid. But for me as a gay man,
He did it, guys. He did it, guys. He solved hornyism. Now all we have to do is. I have no idea. What does that even? These two characters have two completely different designs. When I first saw her, I thought she might have been Alice with a different coat of paint. Like when I saw her in like the promotional banner thing from the leak. Like, is this Alice? But because of the outfit. Look at the outfit. She's got something kind of similar going. From a distance, obviously.
definitely can see how someone may have mistaken for Alice on a quick glance. But you know, I knew it was not Alice because obviously Alice is a blonde.
Yeah.
Next time I gave it was Alice. SK would never put that much importance on Alice. To be on the box
Yeah.
cover art, right? She got two names.
they put a wig on
Sorry.
Alice.
So,
The messed up part is, you know, I used like looking at the hat right there, like the portion where I was looking at it though. I have a hat like that though, like it's like a dark, like like baseball
You know,
cap there, but
I
like,
think-
splashes of like paint on there, like that little. I have something that looks just like that. I can't wear it because I have too much hair now. So
I think if I think Creepy would like this quote. If this means I get to smack down that headphone poser, I'm in.
I know Creepy would have something to say about that.
I do like her design
Not-
though. I like it. I'm interested in how these hand things work because they definitely are very reminiscent of hers.
I like Shune's design was a little bit over, but I think her design is a little more cohesive.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a street
I
style that's done
mean,
right.
The top and like the mask and like her jacket, they all match with like the black, the yellow, and the white and stuff. So I mean, there's there's something lining up there.
She's got
Jose
those
and
like.
Chet-
Shune.
Jose in the chat says good riddance for Alice. Sorry for what I said, but feel free to disagree with me. Y'all know what I think of. I've said this before. I like Alice as a character, but even I will like concede that most people just weren't digging her. I like it. I like, I thought it was cute, like the whole, I'm a fan of Terry and Fatal Fury, but every time I try to do their moves, like I flip and I trip and I slip over, like, fine, but I can tell you, like, I like her, but I can admit that she's not popular. She
I
wasn't.
think she wasn't popular. People didn't like her. I mean, she's used a lot in tournaments because she's top tier. She's one of the strong characters. She has 14 right now. And I like Alice, but even I noticed when I like on forums or even on Twitter, they're not like Alice. I remember before we found that Athena was my Yuri's final partner, people were like, "If it's Alice, man, I'm gonna riot. If it's Alice, I'm so mad at SNK. If it's Alice, I swear I'm gonna fucking blow up if it's Alice." It's like, okay, then let's not hope it's not Alice.
Oh my god.
They were that upset. They did not
So-
want Alice to be in that game. Like, what the hell? Alice good people. People just don't like her.
You know
It's
what?
interesting because you got characters like her, like Alice wasn't that popular, Gone Gill wasn't that popular, but those two were meta. Like they were used in high level like competitive play. They were very meta.
Yeah.
Both of them were very meta.
Okay.
Want to keep going? Or
Can I
anything
say
else?
something? Is her hands definitely give me those like Star Platinum vibes. Like I don't know if you know who Star Platinum is. If not, look it up. He's
It's something to do with JoJo's.
Yeah.
That's how I know because I know so many of y'all. Like I haven't never sat down and watched it. It's
Yeah.
nothing to
I'll put a picture
Haven't
because
got around
it
to it.
it
But I
heavily
learned about it
reminds
because
me
there's so
Star
many of
Platinum.
y'all.
When I learned about JoJo, so many people I just interact with love JoJo and references. Even someone like me who doesn't watch JoJo, doesn't know a few like Jotaro and Gio, these few little characters here and there. I learned about it because so many people love JoJo. They talk about it even indirectly, so you kind of pick up on it eventually.
Exactly. Like the furthest of my knowledge was All-Star Battle Royale on the PS3. That's it.
So,
I see Zach. I even put down in the chat. Well, in our chat in the Discord, what he's talking about too, and I agree with him.
All right, Chuichi, thanks for stopping by. Always good to have you. You did say you was stopping by for a little bit. You did say you was stopping by for like a little bit of time. But I actually remember what Star Platinum was. Like I said, when you have for me, it could apply to a bunch of other fandoms, but like when you have people around you, for me with JoJo's or whatever, I learn stuff because it's just always presented to me. I just so many. It's like education. Someone thought I was a fan one time. Like, I don't really know that much. I just have a lot of friends that tell me about it.
Definitely be like that.
But I wouldn't put it past them because you know how much SNK loves anime.
all right, should we move on? Shall we move on, or is there any more?
You got that ready?
Let's go. And go. There's Yashiro and like I like that view of them like over there in the corner.
All right, pause. Oh,
So like, what timestamp? What
26,
It's 27.
27.
7. I went too far ahead. 23, 24,
I'm
25,
gonna talk about this
26,
real quick.
27. I guess that's an oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Go ahead, go.
This
That
character.
girl I want to talk about. But you see how? Ooh, go ahead. Sorry, you go first.
Okay, so first of all, I like her design. I like the gold. I like the white hair and the
You
purple.
like what?
I like her design. I like the purple, the white hair, the gold. All that's great. When I first saw her, like I get cause it was from a certain angle, right? And I'm like, she kind of looks like, a Maximum Impact character, a little bit, and she also kind of looks like, what's her name? Is it Master Raven from Tekken? A little bit.
Someone said that on Twitter earlier. She reminds me of Master Wave.
Yeah.
I see it. I get it, but I don't quite see it.
Like it's matched. I mean,
With red.
if she had way more jewelry, of course. But yeah, I like, and yeah. Anyway, you guys go ahead, say what you gotta say. That's all I want to say. I like her design. It's fun. I don't know if she.
So what I noticed here is like how Shune's wife, because we don't got no name for her yet, or the black lady right now. How Shune's wife is very cocky. She's like, I call the shots here. But you see how that black woman's like on a calm, so like, yeah, you think you call the shots here, but you don't know that you're actually playing to my point. That's when I like that this black woman seems like she's a very smart, suave character. This trailer right here kind of spoiled that she's not one of the good guys.
Oh.
Because I did wonder, like, I mean, it would make sense. Like, in certain cases, it makes sense. Sometimes it wouldn't. But I was like, these two know each other. Like, they know, like, really. And then it's like the fact they're interacting. I'm like, what is the relationship here? Because you, like you mentioned, she's over here looking at freaking Shune, and then now all of a sudden there she is, and like making a gesture. What's going on here? Like, the conspiracy somewhere? You the conspiracy?
Well, what we can tell, we know out that girl right there, the one who says she's calling the shots, somehow a part of her birth. That's why she has a thing against Shune. Maybe she feel like Shune's like she's the opposite of what Shune is. Maybe Shune's like kind of some kind of imbalance, and that's why she wants to fight him. But this black lady right here, it's like she has like a plan for both of them.
So wait.
This girl is.
So like there's a bigger bad than the supposed big bad that you see. Then like whereas you think this person, oh, they're the big bad, and it's like nah, you just pull the puppet strings. Is that what you're thinking about?
I think he's the puppet master, the black woman right there.
Exactly.
That girl's just a pawn. She thinks she's calling shots. She's actually just a pawn.
You
I
know,
can see that.
I hope this isn't offensive, but you know what her hair kind of reminds me of?
Yes.
You know those kind of braided marshmallow things? I think they're like white and pink. I don't know what they're called, but They kind of remind me of that. I don't know why, but I saw it. And I'm like, damn. She looks like those weird braided white marshmallow things. You know? No.
I don't quite understand what it is you're pointing at. Not fully.
Or her hair.
So like the things on her arm?
No, her
Like,
hair.
The snake design of it.
No, the hair.
The snake design of hair?
Does anyone know what I'm referring to? Because I have no idea what they're called. I've just seen them in like candy shops.
What's up, Fabio?
With the jewelry on her hair?
No, just the hair itself. It just reminds me of those weird, like, marshmallow things. I don't know what they're called, but I'm not even sure if they're really marshmallow. I know, it's a weird thing to say. Proceeding.
By
Yeah.
chance?
It's just
I'm
Bang.
done about this.
Alright, let's go. Keep going. And then somebody, I saw a joke talking about they thought these were Smash cards.
Oh, okay. Wait, we're keeping on going. Okay.
And then
This visual is really good. This visual is very
Alright.
cool.
Now I'm not gonna pause there then, but it's like, is it just me or does it like the stuff like it looks more polished? Like with Shune's design looks more polished.
Yeah.
Of course, they do a lot better. It's like you're probably towards the end of the final fight. I mean, don't-
Okay, wait,
I
pause,
actually
pause.
model in this game.
Timestamp, please.
52.
52.
Right there already.
52.
52.
Are we looking at Joe or Vanessa?
I'm looking at Andy right now, and it doesn't matter what character you look at. It's just the 39 fighters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happy
Oh,
about
yeah.
that 39.
Yeah, me either.
Oh yeah. Me, I don't mind it, and here's why.
Okay.
I only paused because I didn't cut the freaking clock off. The one that'll tell me like it's 6 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. Everybody over here heard it, y'all didn't.
Okay.
But like, and I guess the reason why I say I'm not upset about it is because I guess I kind of saw it coming. Because I didn't really say it in the video that I put out when I was talking about, you know, why there was going to be fewer newcomers in this game. But also take into account where when they started spiraling out of control, they shortened the roster down. And the thing is, that's another thing. I didn't talk about numbers because that wasn't what the video was about. But usually, especially like when they start getting crazy, like, hey, let's put a bunch of new characters in here. And then people end up not liking most of them that much. They'll also shorten the roster down because it's like, let's play it safe. Let's bring up back all the favorites. And you know, we might throw a little bit of pepper here and a little salt there, but let's not get too ambitious about anything else. Because I mean, it's like, I'm trying to think. I think 13 had more characters than 12, I think.
Well,
But then
yeah.
again,
Pro was basically like 13 beta.
yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a beta. Yeah, it was a beta. But it's like at the same time going in there, you know, clearly the beta inspired everything that led to 13. Including, of course, people didn't liking that there was no Mai, so they didn't buy. There was no K-Dash.
So they.
That's also good. You know, I enjoy 12 personally, which is weird. I don't tell people that. I enjoyed it a lot for what it was. But 12 lacked so much. No true KOF fan will appreciate it. It was like a spit in the face to a long-time KOF fan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Never
because
played it. But
It was very rushed.
you take a very big risk whenever you do that. Now, like, when I first saw the fact it's 39 fighters, I was just kind of like, hmm?
That's it?
That was my reaction. My reaction was like,
I'm gonna step out of
nah,
39 in a minute.
it wasn't really like a that's it. It was just kind of like, like, really? Okay. Because then, like, the first thing I did after I saw this was I instantly counted. So that means I looked at Antonov's end, because depending on what somebody said, you either had this many trailers to go or this many characters. When we're talking about characters, I think the number's 9 because we know about K-Dash, we know about we played it, Ash Crimson, there we go.
Yeah.
We know about Ash Crimson, and we know about the 2 new ones, so...
Hider.
And Hyder and Toonie, though we didn't even see him, but he's on the cover. I mean, we saw the cover in the end, so that's another one.
That raises even more
So-
questions.
But Another reason why I'm interested, another reason why I wasn't too upset about 39 Fighters is coming later, but we'll get to that. Y'all's thoughts?
I'm not horribly angry about it. I'm just a little disappointed just by the last game's roster size. And the fact that they have, and since this was all done in 3D, or since both games, they couldn't have translated some of these other characters over. But that's just me. I have no problem with it because I don't have a huge problem with it, right? It's just a little underwhelming. That's it to me. But like the fact that it's kind of like 13 because 13 didn't have a massive roster like 14, but it still had a decent roster. This roster looks tiny from this character select screen, just by the not tiny. It looks okay. It looks kind of small for KOF, is what I'm saying.
What's up, Johnny?
Passable, but it's very disappointing, underwhelming to me. Because I just feel like it's underwhelming. And let's take away my biases up, like character like Dorina and whatever. SK has this habit of introducing newcomers in one game. Instead of giving that newcomer a second chance or a third chance, like let them get a couple games in to really make their fan base, cut them at the first like inconvenience, first like a dislike, or people don't vibe with this character. You know, instead of us just revamping this character and try to figure out what makes people like them better, maybe a better moveset, a new design, to cut them away. Meantime, this characters who don't do nothing for the story, but keep coming back, like Andy Bogart, for example. You're gonna have to make a smaller fighting game roster. You're gonna look at yourself, oh, we must have Andy, but characters like Donadu, Sylvie, Neon, Banderas, Zarina. Let's even go to other characters who don't get that much shine. Yamazaki, Lin, Shingo. These characters don't get enough chances. Meanwhile, you keep using the same duo, same faces such as, you know, Andy, Joe, and I like Joe, by the way. I'm just saying. Try to think who else is kind of overused right now, but doesn't not necessarily mean to be in there right now.
To my confirmed characters?
Yeah.
I was about to say Maximum, but I'm like, he's not confirmed yet.
You know, at this point, honestly, I think he's very likely the way things are going. I'll be shocked if KS's team aren't himself, Maximum, and Cooler. Let's be real, Cooler Diamond's too powerful. SK will be smoking heavy crack. Leave that Cooler. I'm like 90% certain Cooler's coming. We're gonna have gotten her trailer yet.
Yeah, but I feel like you could argue the same thing for...
Y'all sat there, they better put freaking Cooler here, because like, y'all sat here and freaking threw her in the freaking Dead or Alive, and y'all ain't bringing her back. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kid here. I think this is his first time getting into the cat. Welcome to Kid here.
What's up? I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
good.
You know who's like the legacy character that we haven't seen yet as well? Is Kim. I know we briefly mentioned it, but we haven't seen Kim.
Like I said, he's gonna be there, like, because think about it, this man has KOF perfect attendance. Event Hubs did an article.
I think that would be shattering, and Kim didn't make it. And also, Luong's little bio kind of confirmed Kim is gonna be there.
Yeah, I actually feel like they're gonna play in, especially now that we got a story mode. I feel like we're finally gonna get some information about, you know, more about Luong, which I appreciate, and also, like with Luong's whole bio about joining Secret Agents, Gongil and Gongil and Kim both didn't like it.
But yeah, that's the thing. I think Gongil's too much in. That's what makes me so mad. Like a boring ass Kim, it doesn't bother me. Kim is a KO veteran. I expect him. But Gongil, I feel like you go to a newcomer who people do not receive though. Gongil was one in the meantime. He's getting the second chance. I feel like Nelson, Zarina, Banderas, Donadu would be more interested in him. Sylvie, Neon, they deserve that second chance and anything over freaking Gongil.
I'm not laughing at you because I disagree, because I mean, you've heard me rag on Gongil a whole bunch of times. I'm just laughing because the moment you started ragging on him, Damon in the chat was like, Gongil, no. I will say this though, if they bring him back and they play into this whole storyline with, you know, them not liking the fact she's a secret agent, this could be the opportunity for him, like, you know, to build something for him. Build some more character. Build, like, you know, polish his fighting style some more. Like I said, as much as I rag on Gongil, I will not be angry if he comes back and they just make him interesting. Like, give him more character. Give him more freaking, like, you know, just make him seem more like the sensei then. Like I said, I tested this out because I have
That's why he
Yeah.
is. He's a horn dog. That's why he's hooked with multiple women.
And you know what? I like that. And you know what? I like that because I wonder, and this is gonna be really awesome if it happens though, because Siren has a joke for this. Then I forgot about that one element of the story back from 14. What they say about Gongil? Every time he goes out of traveling, he brings somebody new back. I'm like, is he gonna bring another new? Is he bringing another new character in here?
He's bringing one of the newcomers with him.
That would actually be funny as hell.
I don't know, something stupid. It's one of the freaking new chicks. He brought one of the old. He brought one of the new chicks home.
It's Shune's rival, that's who it is. Oh my god. The new team, Korean Justice.
I would actually
It's
love it if it
super.
was like, it said Justice for Kukuri.
Oh, that's another character we want to talk about, but I think Kukuri's like gonna make it. It doesn't make sense to leave out Kukuri, and I'll explain in a minute. Well, you guys go ahead.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna leave out Kukuri, especially now that Ash is here. There's no way they could.
Yeah, it's like honestly, Kukuri, Elizabeth, and Ash to be expected. I think they showed with Ash, which confirmed that Elizabeth and Kukuri's job was done with the whole bird situation. But it would not make sense. A lot of people thinking Ash and Mulan. That does not make sense to me right now. What makes sense is Ash, Elizabeth, and Kukuri.
I can see it
make sense for Ash right now.
I can see it making sense because aside from like Elizabeth, who would make sense, but like, and now maybe Kukuri, but then again, like Kukuri in that case was more of like a hired like investigator or whatever. Then, and then think about like all the stuff that Ash has like done. Like, who are going to be the other people that are going to bear to be on the team with him? 'Cause, I mean, Shin and like Duo are like his little buddies or whatever. Like,
but then Shin and Duo forget about him at the end of the team Elizabeth story. It got he exists.
Well, he abandoned them, but then there's that thing I always talk about. When he wiped himself out, then it's like it's like he wasn't there. So I hope they actually explain this in the story mode, which we're gonna get to. Cause spoiler, I love the fact that we got a story mode. I love it. I love it. I'm glad. Like, but keep on going, I guess, cause we don't rag on the 39 or whatever. It's gonna be 39 plus. What is it? 6 more.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's 39 total. We got majority cast. I think only we got 31
plus-
so far.
Well, plus 6 because of the DLC. Unless are they counting that with the 39?
Probably not.
So we got, what is it, 45 then in total?
Yeah.
If you get like the DLC, 45.
We get the DLC
Okay.
at 4.
Let's continue.
Alright.
And the boy.
Yeah.
Might be playable like virtual. Like Verse had a boss version that you only fight in the game, and then he had a playable version which was toned down from his boss version.
Yeah.
What's going on over here in the chat then? A kid says, I actually like the way the roster is heading. I hope I articulate this well, but it's got more of a serious tone to the game instead of clowny characters. Agree. I don't see a whole lot of goofballs in here, really. Like, I mean, the closest person you got to a goofball is what? Joe? Because Joe is kind of like, and Yuri too. And Yuri.
Yeah.
Because Joe, like, you know, he's serious, but like, he, you know, kind of clownish or whatever, and I'm not just talking about the mess that happened in 13.
Oh.
You know, he kind of a goof. But Joe is the biz. He's the bee's knees. Let's keep going. On go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Another thing I'm gonna agree with quick, bro. Can you stop for a second?
Alright.
Let's take them a small roster. And I like Anton, so let's play that. But if you can choose between Anton and Angel, who would you guys have chosen, knowing that people have Angel has a much bigger fan base than Anton?
I think Angel's gonna have like more of a storyline here. I don't know what it's gonna lead to. A lot of people think that Angel is gonna go with the very person that is on my screen right now, which is K-Dash. I know I made that joke about them saying something happened to Maxima and like we need a third person
I hope
to lead.
so. It makes no sense to leave such a cat like that out. It really
We've talked about this. We've talked about this before, not publicly, of course, but like you know.
Just the three of us.
Yeah, but I said that because people, I talk about this, you know, with biking being in Samurai Showdown now, I've seen so many people, because I've like seen discussions with people and everything, people getting excited about biking in Sam Show, and here come the doomers and the doubters talking about y'all just talking about this, y'all are horny, y'all know this is one character that people pick up for a minute, and they're freaking gone the next day, and it's just like, a lot of these people, I really feel like they watch Rufelmonger's video. Shout out to Rufelmonger. This is not a knock on him. The video was great. But y'all watched Rufelmonger's video about characters that people love to death, that are popular, but nobody plays them, and y'all think that y'all got the keys to the universe. The point of that was not to say, like, nobody plays them, get rid of them. Ruth was talking about make them more accessible, since, like, these are your most popular characters. They're the most popular, so they're more than likely the most marketable. So, you know, ease them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, let's put that aside. Even with how all over the place and so unorthodox that Angel's freaking style is, Angel would be a good pick for any roster, honestly. One, she's popular, and two, she's instantly a, like, factor for diversity when it comes to playstyles, because nobody plays like her.
Exactly.
And, like, you want roster diversity. Like, nobody wants to play a game where, I'm not even gonna say all, but even like half of the characters play alike. Nobody wants that. So, like, she's an automatic, you know, wild card when it comes to, like, you know what, I like my main, but, you know, I want to try somebody different. I want to try somebody crazy. Oh, Angel, how long will it take me to master her?
That's how
3
I
months?
started playing.
Why not?
That's how I started playing WoW, actually.
Wait, what?
That's how I started playing WoW in KOF 13.
WoW is not really in the same category as, like, people that are popular but nobody plays.
Well,
I
I
get
mean,
what you mean, though. In context, it's the same. In context, like, you know, I want to play somebody different. I get that, but, like,
Tricky. He is a tricky character, but not on hell tricky. But he is tricky.
well, I just meant, like, in the general term of, like, well, I think Chris kind of covered it here, but, like, it's like the general term of a character that you look at and you're like, I don't know if I'll play this character, or, like, something like that. Because, like, you look at him and you hear him and you're like, I don't know. This guy, he's kind of ugly. Kind of got that bald thing going on. I don't know. He's got a high pitched voice.
I just mentioned it because, like I said, he mentioned Angel. So it's like that whole, because he asked, like, where is Angel going to go? I was just trailing off of that, but proceed.
Okay, we're gonna.
What, like the voice? People say that. No, I'm like going with what you were saying, but, like, if people, like, you said you didn't like WoW because of the voice.
That's not why I said it. I said I looked at him and I'm like, wow, this character. He looks like an intestine. But I tried him out. He was really fun. I like his drinking mechanic where he gets drunk and then he goes even more wild. And I like how
He doesn't like what's his name?
Chin.
Yeah, you think he's boring.
Yeah, but
play
he's
Chin.
yeah, but he's a different kind of drunk. He's not like he's like how Mai gets drunk and she just starts dancing on tables like in story mode. This guy drinks and he just gains just a whole lot more power and crazier shit. He just like this is like he just doesn't care that drinking takes away whatever fear of whatever he had, and he just goes nuts basically.
But yeah, to, like, honest this question, where do you think the direction of Angel is going? What do you think her fate is going to be in this game?
She's in the game. Yeah.
Any ideas, Siren?
I think she's gonna get dropped. Just looking at like the general like state.
Everybody gonna duke my channel over him saying.
I think that just by looking at the characters we've seen so far and how most of them haven't been overly complicated, like Angel or like Mei Li or someone like that, who isn't very beginner friendly or like amazingly beginner friendly, where like you take one look at the characters like moveset and you're like, this is scary as hell. So I think that out of the characters that would get dropped, she'd be one of them. Because
That'd be a great mistake on their part.
it would,
They
but
talk
at the
about
same time,
they talk about SNK being morons by not putting the freaking that person on event hub, saying like SNK will be morons if they don't put like the American sports team in like a recent game or whatever. I think not putting Angel in the game would be an even more graver mistake. What's up, comment writer? That'd be even grave, like especially when you've seen all these people, and I know some of them are memeing, but they love guessing Angel whenever like the figure in the silhouette looks very like feminine or whatever, then and it turns out to not be her. It's like, I don't know, like, because I don't get, like, unlike Guilty Gear Strive, I haven't seen anything that's at least noting that this game is supposed to be like beginner friendly, because maybe if the game was going that direction, I would think her chances might drop, but I don't see that for this game. Auto combo stuff be damned. I don't know if freaking need to go there.
Well, the other thing is, while she's
I mean, Angel's a popular character, but I feel like there's a lot of popular characters who have not been shown. I don't think they might be part of the game at all, but might be DLC. And I said I want to discuss a little later on. They're not on the base roster. Who definitely deserves the DLC slot?
really cool characters that aren't just characters that were in the last game. Unless it's Rock, because then maybe. But like, even then...
I'm over this whole Rock Howard thing. Nothing like, not you in particular. It's just like, I'm sorry, like, Max freaking ran that mess into the freaking molehill, man. Into the ground, like where Bottles is. For those of you that...
Rock is a dope character, yeah. I mean, Maximilian made it kind of like a meme. Because, you know, he feel like he only was... And I can't judge, I'm like this too, but I have a favorite character, and my character's not a deer. It's kind of hard for me to support the game itself, but he made, like, Rock Howard kind of like a meme. Like, oh, King of Fighter game or SKK is only good at Rock.
All for you, like, you know, supporting your character though, but then like the memeing, like the mess got kind of ran into the ground for me personally. It's just like the one Street Fighter artist that would always like, you know, draw something crazy when the silhouette comes out. Like, I mean, for me, it was funny the first couple times. After that, I'm like, jokes kind of run out for me.
So
it just kind of ran thin for me.
Who would make a good DLC character in my opinion? I think Gato or like Hotaro or like someone cool, like hell, even Sho Hayate would be dope because it's a character we've got. He's been in a KOF game before. He's been in 11. But like, get more of those kind of characters, more characters that we haven't seen in a while, but people really love. And like, I mean, even characters like Oswald and stuff. I mean, he's complicated, but like, he's got more going on. He's got stuff. I don't know. I just think it's just characters that like aren't horribly. I don't know. Who characters who don't have like a design that's kind of basic? Because Angels is kind of basic. I know it's not like. I know it's just like you got cowboy boots, the bikini and the friggin' top. But like, come on. Angel as DLC.
People will buy that. People will buy that. People
People
like
will
her.
buy it.
Real
But like,
People will like. People like her. You can sit there and like talk about the design all day. I'm not even really an Angel main. Like, I'll play her for a giggle or two, but knowing like she's popular. She's popular. If you're gonna make DLC, then they gotta be popular. The kid in the chat asking asked you Onyxe, who said, the kid says what idiot said SNK games are only good when Rock is in it? Because I think he misguessed it when he said it was Max. He's in here going in on Max. He's going in on the freaking channel.
No, I'm not saying, and sorry kid, let me clarify that. I'm not saying about Max Man's but when he behaved with Rock, he makes it like Rock Howard is the end of be-all of a KOF game. Like there's no Terry Boga, like there's no real Zaka, like there's no Q Kusanagi, Igor Yagami, Ice Mature, Mai Shiranui. There's a lot of great characters in King of Fighters, but when Maximum comes with Rock Howard, like, he has like, okay, these games were bad before Rock Howard came in here. I'm like, no, it was still a good game.
Yeah.
Before Rock, it would have been a good game even Rock was not in there. And it's like something he makes Rock Howard like a meme, more like a kind of, oh, I like this character. Fighting the King of Fighters series itself is great. More so, you feel like the King of Fighters series is more like an afterthought, and Rock Howard is like the main reason it deserves any attention.
I think he's just doing it to meme it up because clearly there's other characters he likes like Kyo and stuff, and
But that's the thing, like.
I think these are only being
trends.
And I think
Memes are trends. Like they're hot and they go like, don't they get overdone over a while? They come and they go. Like you don't want them to be a meme. Do you really want Rock Howard to become a meme?
but like, why are you guys taking it so seriously then? Because it's just like a joke. It's not like this is like what he actually thinks.
We're not saying like that. We're just saying he's kind of running it into the ground. Like if I see some big freaking roided up freak and you're guessing Rock, I'm like, all right, dude. Okay, man. Okay. It was funny. It was funny the first couple times. All right.
So I said I was a woman, and he's thinking Rock Howard, like, that's a woman, sir. That's not on me. Like I can tell you, that's still.
All right, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
Okay, but like,
I gotta say what people that
that's funny.
Oh, go ahead, guys.
That's funny.
okay,
I was just laughing. That's all.
It's okay.
Whoever like was going to be next, I was just laughing like people looking at.
okay. So I think the other thing about that is he's only really making that joke from what I've seen, at least from his videos. In like the drawing thing, it's kind of similar to the other guy, the Capcom guy. I don't really have a problem with it. It doesn't. It's just.
I just said that.
But like
it's just it's a personal taste. Like we're not saying he should stop. It's just me and Onyx say we don't really like. We personally just think like the best ran to the ground.
Like, well, I'm not saying that. I love Doreen. I bring up Doreen every few minutes. Like, even I'm not gonna tell you guys about that. Doreen doesn't make it QI 15. The game sucks. The game is trash. No, that's just one fucking character. I just thought some of Maximilian memes Rock House saying, you know, hey, I appreciate this character. It comes more meme-like, like a kind of a joke. Like he's like saying it like in an insincere way, like, oh, is it Rock Howard?
This man said Leo from Tekken. I'm pretty sure. Let it be known that all this time, Leo was Rock Howard in disguise. Now SNK is canon to the Tekken universe along with Street Fighter.
I mean,
the biggest
Beast
crossover
was
of all
already in
time.
there, but I mean, he's also a Fatal Fury character.
This man said freaking. No, I was just who was it? Who said that most? The kid, I guess, was like co-signing what Onyx said to us. That's a woman, sir. Also, Jose says, also, Chris, you forgot to mention that Mai Shirin was also a goofball. I mean, to the extent of, like, Yuri?
She can be goofy for Andy, but she's pretty serious outside of her fascination with her fiance.
The only time Mai was ever goofy was when she got offended by being called old.
I thought it was. Oh yeah, that was kind of. I think the
She's
other.
old!
Mai ain't old. Mai like in her early 20s. Older than mine. We're all here part older than mine.
I'm not.
How old are you, Siren?
Almost 17.
Ow. Oh, no, mine's older than you then.
I'm older than Bao though, so that's cool.
Val's not shouldn't even be in the tournament.
Yeah, no kidding.
That is that there is no slight on Max. We all like here like Max. It was just that's
No,
just
I like Max. I subscribe to Max Milk. Yeah. Oh, well, I like Max. I understand when it comes to the Rock Howard game. There's no shade to Max. I don't want this to be like, oh, this is a bashing Max video. It's not.
Oh.
If I didn't like Max Miller, I actually wouldn't speak for him. You know, if I don't like someone, I tend not to really talk about them. But I'm like, the whole Rock Howard thing, just sometimes when to me, this is how my opinion, is how I feel. Sometimes I feel like it's meme-ish versus being more sincere.
right. I'm just gonna put it like this. We could keep on going, but finish up, Onyx. Finish up.
I'm good. That's all I wanted to say. I just want to clarify that this is not me bashing. I actually have a huge amount of respect for Maximilian, but
Okay.
it's just, I feel like his feelings towards Rock House on some very mean. That's
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the whole
one
point.
thing to meme. I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, are you memeing or do you actually want him? Like, this is the last I'll say on it then, because like I thought I put it very simply. That would be like if when because y'all know I petition about this all the time with the whole rollback netcode thing. I'm legitimately serious about that because this is an element of a game's functionality. If I was memeing that, then they're not like, in most cases, they're not going to take you seriously. Like, people see that, because think about it nowadays, like, you look on social media or whatever, like, oh, there's a bunch of people talking about, you know, Rock Howard or whatever. It's like, oh, nah, it's just a bunch of memes. They're just freaking playing around. Let's give them more shooting in the future. They don't want Rock.
I don't think that's how that works. Especially.
You're
okay.
oddly,
We can disagree, but let's move on, guys.
Yeah,
I mean, oddly, you don't know how some people, like, unfortunately don't take, like, jokes or whatever. Like, they can't take, like, you know, when people blur the lines, it's, like, crazy. You already got stuff like that in the wrestling biz and stuff like that. People don't know like where the lines are blurred.
Well, that's just people in general. That's how they think.
Exactly. Especially when you have these people walking around here talking about, oh, the people that talk about rollback, they don't play, and all that. And clearly SNK is listening to these people. Like I said, I went back and forth with somebody that was talking about, yeah, you keep saying this, but nobody supports these games. You keep talking about this, nobody supports these games. It's a business decision. Like, it's a matter of perception. Yeah, everybody will get that he actually likes them, but at the same time, for us at least, there's a point when like the character, like when the joke just runs into the ground.
Exactly, and also I'm getting about the rollback thing. Rollback is very necessary for games. Do I think some people take it overboard and get nasty with it? Like, oh, you better have rollback, or I hope your game fucking dies.
I hope your fucking business goes bankrupt. That shit was just... Damn.
So people saying SNK, they hope SNK got bankrupt because freaking they didn't show their favorite character. I'm like, y'all stop. All right.
Alright.
I don't know how much.
I'm the whole rollback thing. Rollback, I know when beginning, but when he was got announced, and people like, are we gonna get rollback? We better have rollback, or this game's gonna die. The game deserves to die. Like, look what happened to on 14. It sucks to have no rollback, and I get that. Any kind of video game, not sure if this fighter should have rollback. You act like rollback's the only reason to make the game good. You're sadly mistaken. So the people who keep crying rollback, they just think, oh, let's have rollback. Everything else is gonna be fine. The game has to have a good roster, good presentation, good gameplay, a good story, extra mode to do offline, not just online, but offline. So the things that make the game successful.
Which is another reason why I'm glad there's a story mode, but let's get around to it.
Okay, so should we continue then?
We're at 59, let's go. I don't know why we got all of that out of that couple of clips. I don't know how. I really don't know how. Let's go. And play. I see K-Dash unless we're talking. Lay is up there. And you don't have to stop here, but it's just the fact they framed it like that. Fan favorites return from the grave. Like, KOF is legit trying to freaking be Mortal Kombat. And of course, the moment of truth stop right there.
Yep. Shall we pause?
Somebody mention this. Somebody, somewhere mention this.
Pause at 126.
Somebody was talking about, like, they had seen pictures of Ash, but I kept hearing people say something was off. I finally see it for the first time, and I don't know what it is, though, but something...
Oh, I can tell.
Out the word. It ain't proportional. Something ain't proportional. That's all I got.
I can tell what's wrong. And what's different.
These would be early models, so the model, like K-Dash's model right there does not look quite finished. Looks like it needs more polish. The only model that looks pretty much 100% in my opinion is Kyo. Like Ash, Shunei not too much. Shunei needs some minor polish. But Ash needs a little bit more polishing, and so does K-Dash. And that's about it. But I don't think Ash looks terrible. He just looks like he needs a few more touch-ups.
Yeah,
actually, if you look at his in-game model in that one, they look a little different. It might just be me, but I think it's the angle they took the picture at. And the lighting.
Angles do matter, you know.
You do.
Angles do matter.
Bad angles, like we were like, it's like a picture we take. We have a good side of our face and a bad side. We try to take pictures on our good side, so maybe it's not. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with Ash personally. The lips are kind of like wow, but I guess SK potentially wants his lips to like a JoJo character. But outside of that, I think Ash looks fine. Does he need some tune-ups and polishing? Absolutely, but they have another couple months before that. I'm not too worried. And Ash overall is great. Then now they can only improve from here.
All they need to do.
Somebody said it like he got it. They look at somebody said Ash looking like he got his lips done. Oh my goodness.
The only thing, my only problem is with this one is I think they need to make the nose a little smaller, and that's kind of it for Ash.
Maybe.
Just like a tiny bit.
Maybe.
Like a smidge. I agree. I see Siren's right with that. That's just a smidge.
Maybe. Alright, let's proceed. I'm at 121 just to make sure we're all on the same page.
I'm at 125.
We should be good because, like I told y'all, shout out your timestamps whenever we get there. Play. Somebody is already playing far ahead. I'm pretty sure it's Siren.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, let's pause here.
Alright, stop. 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 I'm gonna let Simon go first because I'm probably gonna go in on this.
The UI. I have some mixed feelings about it, but that probably will also, the UI will probably also change. But
Yeah.
but looking at the in-game UI here, at least for like the top bit and the bottom bit, it's a little too basic for my taste. Like,
I don't hate the UI. Is it kind of generic? Yeah, but I don't hate it because you can see everything go on it. It makes sense. See, you see your bar meter, you see your health bar, you see your meter. So I feel like it just could be a more cool fashion, but it's not easy on the eyes. That's why I like it.
my problem is that usually with KOF, like, hold on, let me look at the picture here. Like, let's take KOF 13s, or 14. No, let's look at 14s, like meter.
I'll go ahead, like, while he's looking that up. There's a reviewer that I watch, like, when it comes to certain wrestling shows, usually ones that I don't want to watch because they're terrible. This guy, awesome guy, by the name of Simon Miller, What Culture, and he does reviews by having, like, these little score, like, boxes on the side, then, like, one is green for the ups for stuff that he likes about the show, and downs.
Okay, so
Exactly.
if we look at the meter here, it's being covered up a little bit by the Google stuff, but you can tell. If we look at the meter, I mean, it's still a bit basic, and it looks very similar to this, except this one's a bit bigger, I think. But my problem is that there's not enough, like, kind of a blend of colors. Like, everything here, it's just a one solid chunk of almost the same color. It could use some, like, more, like kind of fading into darker around the edges. Same with the
Gradient.
Yeah, gradient. Same could go for these meters. Like, look at these bottom meters. It's just black and white. I think these are just developer stuff. Like, but like, man, they could use a bit more here. Like, they could, like.
So we said that about Good to Get Started. We
But-
showed those, when the UI first was developer stuff and end up being the actual UI in the final game.
And the thing is, with Guilty Gear Strive's UI, the one thing I kept hearing people bicker about was, like, the freaking enlarging numbers with the combos. Because I didn't believe it at first, because I didn't play the stress test when it came out, but then I saw a clip, I'm like, really? The mess is about as big, like somebody did like a 10 or 15 hitter, that 15 nearly covered the whole screen with background. And that was hilarious. But
Okay.
it's like, so in this particular matter here, but I'll wait, I think Siren's over there freaking bursting ready to say something.
Now this meter right here, this is where it's at. It's not. It's
Oh,
very
just compare.
similar.
Alright.
But let's look at some of the stuff they got here. Kyo, Iori, you see their pictures, right?
Hang on. You must have it in the Discord.
I have it up on the share screen.
I'm looking where I had it.
Alright, hold on a minute. Hey Matsu, can you punch in the code to get me over to Siren's stream, thank you? Get me over there right quick, Matsu. Get me over there right quick.
What?
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay.
No, like whenever I like switch screens or whatever, I have
No,
like
no,
a
no.
little video up
I get
right
it.
there.
I was like, I had to think about it
It's of
for
a
a second.
second-rate character just going crazy on the freaking keyboard.
Yeah.
I love Matsu.
Okay, so if we look at the meters here, right? Again, you can't see a ton of it because of the fact that it's Google image. Let me just. No.
I'm so sick and tired of those things, man.
Okay, whatever.
Dang, if you ain't sending me freaking cookies from the bakery, stop wanting to send me stuff.
Okay, apparently Google wants. Okay, so if we look at Kyo and Iori right here, right? Their profile.
Like right click it and like put it in like, open a new tab.
What?
You're in that lens mode, so it probably won't work, but proceed.
Oh.
There it is.
There we go. That's a lot better. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I do that all the time when Google screws around.
if you look at these character portraits, right? They
Mhm.
they go into something. You see this little metal bar right here across the UI for like the health and
Right.
stuff, and the guard gauge and all that stuff. This is done really well, by the way. I love 13's work with the metal plating. But yeah, you see how like it fits within the thing and doesn't just randomly cut off. It cuts into something, and they're right above, and like the other stuff will be right above it. Like you see your always flames and stuff. They actually go out. And the same thing with the meter. The meter's got a lot of personality as with it as well, and it's really interesting. And it has, and it isn't just like a number with like two colors. You can tell what's going on basically. Now, if we look over here,
Of course.
oh boy, hold on. Okay, so if we look over here, we can't really see the top of this. I don't know if that's it or not. But like the picture straight up cuts off with like it not going into anything, which already just looks jank. Same here. Oh boy, what a great time. Give me a second.
That's his dog going off over
I
there.
know, that's Siren's dog.
And I was telling like the chat then, because they probably gonna be thinking something else happened. My freaking chat is creative. These guys are creative. I love them. I love them. But do 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 do. Ba-ba. Here's my thing when it comes to the UI. I'm just gonna freaking just put it out there. The thing that got me a little upset about that was simply due to the fact that, look, I get it. All the images that we are seeing are work in progress. I get it. We understand because there's been a pushback date. And we actually finally got the date in this trailer. I'm pretty sure y'all know.
Sure.
But all this time of not seeing the UI, all of this time, all of this time. See, this right here looks like something that legit should have been in all of the freaking trailers we saw before. This looks like something that should have been in the trailer where they confirmed Team Fatal Fury. Remember like when they had the simulation of an actual match playing?
Yeah, of course.
This UI here looks like it should have been in that. It looks like it really should have been in that. Like this freaking I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Sorry. This no, I clicked out. But it's like this. It's funny because the freaking he's got a little tile transition. I wasn't expecting a completed product, man, but bruh, seriously? Just seriously? Because we've been asking about the UI for the longest of time.
Yeah.
The longest of time. We finally get it, and it looks like something that should have been shown in all of the previous trailers.
Maybe at the time, SK didn't have an idea design they wanted the UI. Maybe this look very safe. Like my issue with UIs, I don't care if UI is flashy or not. And then they don't. The background looks good, the characters look great, the moves and everything looks great, and I can understand what's going on the screen. But that's more important than having a flashy UI, but you don't get what's going on the screen. You can't quite understand what's happening.
Okay, I'm back, by the way.
Yeah, but I was just basically saying like this UI that we saw here, this looks like something that literally should have probably been in like I'm gonna say maybe the 7th trailer. This should have been what they showed as far as the UI. They should have showed this if they had it when we got Team Fatal Fury and they had that little match simulation between the characters. Instead of just like, a character getting all the moves in. That's what this looks like. This right here, if I may paraphrase Simon Miller, brown down. I did not like this. I know it's a work in progress, but honestly, I've seen WIPs that look better than this.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, like
Understandable, but also in character trailer, what I never seen a fight game unless the game was to come out where you actually saw the meter in the UI and the character trailer.
Yeah.
Like for example, Street Fighter 5 when the characters came out.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. This is why
Not very often.
Not very often, but this is why I said this should have been. This is why I keep mentioning that one trailer. This should have been shown when they had the little match simulation when Team Fatal Fury got confirmed. Remember, like after they said Team Fatal Fury, and then like, are you ready? And then they simulated like the flow of matches. They should have put this in there at least.
Fair, that's fair. I can't argue with that. That's fair. We went Team Ikari and Robert Clark. That's fair.
That too, but maybe they didn't want to because I mean, with those little dual trailers, then everybody knows they were one-sided. They were so one-sided.
My other problem with the
one-sided. Robert and Rio, it was the Robert show. Clark and Ralph, it was the Clark show.
Okay. So I've got some other complaints about the UI as well. So just in terms of design, everything I have in problem is with design, obviously. But look at the meter. The meter and the thing that's like holding the meter and like the health, it's open, which is gross for a meter because it should have a closed end on both ends. This is just straight open and it just looks awful. Same with the meter down here. It's just two white lines with a black line in the middle. Two white lines with a black line in the middle. Hell, they even did that with the guard thing. The only difference is it says guard, and it looks more like the guard thing is clipping over it anyway. But yeah, they need to work on this UI. Like I think they will, because this looks just like the most basic of basic when it comes to UI, and it looks awful.
And the
I
thing
think UI
for me is, and the thing. Go ahead.
But like something like the Street Fighter Alpha 2 UI will look good for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And on top of that, honestly, we're gonna see it later down the line, even though we're like chopping through this really well, but like the way the menu looked, like you cannot tell me that the menu can look so freaking crisp, but the in-game UI is this lackluster.
Yeah, the menu looks incredible. But this
I'll give them a pass. I'll give them a pass because you know the freaking I'm gonna use freaking what culture's word for it. The global bastard is keeping us and slowing everything down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So I'll give him a pass on that then. But I'm like, this, like I said, even for something that's a WIP, brown down. Let's keep going.
Okay.
All right, and play. See, look at like. Don't
Oh yeah,
pause.
let's
Like,
pause.
look at this menu.
Let's pause. Let's
Look
pause.
at this. Look at this.
Because we need to talk about this with everything
wait a
that's on
minute.
screen.
Wait. You're right. You're on where like the menu, like the select screen is, right?
Yeah. Let me get back to that a second. Okay. So
You're right.
let's
because
talk
I
about
got
this
some
for
stuff
multiple
about this dude.
reasons.
Say what?
Let's talk. There's a
multiple
couple things we need to talk about here.
Oh yeah. By the way, yeah. Anybody wondering? Before we get into this, then just a note because I got so excited going into this. This is the Shattering episode for the week. There's not going to be an episode this Saturday. That leak made me break my freaking sleeping schedule, so I had to get that video out for y'all. So I need a break. So there's that. I'm saying that also because I know some people are gonna be on my case because it's like, bruh, did you see the freaking menu in the trailer? You gotta update the board. I got
What
you.
you said at the beginning of this video, because now people have to watch like almost an hour, like probably more than an hour, and find out that you're not doing another Shattering this weekend.
Or I could like just do like a freaking TLDR freaking review on my channel. It doesn't matter, but yeah, I'll do that before I go on vacation for the week. Not like a little vacation, but just not freaking editing anything. I need a break. But like, yeah, I know we gotta update the board because is this stuff Telltale? Is it not?
me, it's pretty telltale, quite honestly. The only thing is remains. We know Kim is coming. I think anything that Kim's not gonna be in this game is fooling themselves. Just I wanna say this much. Who do you think are gonna fill out the rest of the missing spots?
Is exactly what I was getting at, because for one, unless I am tripping, from all the newer stuff I've seen, somebody's missing.
Yep,
Because
the lady.
I think it's Ash Crimson here.
K-Dash
K-Dash is, I think, above where Athena is, and the freaking street chick, the one like with the jet sets. Just
The lady with the
she's
jewelry is
above
missing.
Miss Lion Lady. She's above Miss Lion Lady.
Yeah.
Where is the other chick? Is she the final boss? Because I don't know.
I
where
highly
people are
doubt
coming
it.
From talking about, because people were talking about unlockable characters, unlockable boss, which I think is gonna be. You see the row where like the jet set chick is, and there's like a single box above her.
Yeah.
Maybe that is where she's gonna be, unless I'm counting it wrong.
Well, there's also a whole like team at the bottom that has question marks. I think these top ones are DLC.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4,
The
5,
top ones are
6,
DLC, the
7,
very top,
8,
the ones
9,
above, like,
10, 11,
Humane,
12,
or
13.
DLC.
Yeah, because there's 13 lines down there, so 13 and 3 is 19. So, but I guess we were just doing guesswork when they were talking about an unlockable character. Which, using that process of elimination,
She was probably
that
like a
little team at the
mid
bottom,
boss. I think the chick. I think.
I
she's a
wonder-
mid-boss.
I wonder, is she in this team that's on the bottom where it's like just all blanked out?
I think it's gonna be kind of like that team in KOF 13 where it wasn't actually a team. It was like you had Psyche, Ash, and Billy Kane. I think it's gonna be like that. I think
I can see that.
because there could be a mid boss, there could be like a mid boss, hidden mid boss, and a final boss. Because you had, or it could be like one of those secret like here comes a new challenger things, and then you could have a mid boss and a boss, kind of like what I had said before.
That's realistic. That's not.
Wait a minute, hang on.
That is-
Wait a minute, something's not right. Hang on a minute. Because if the top, because they confirmed 2 sets of like team DLC, right? It was 2 sets of 3 teams, right? Yeah, the deluxe, like, pretty much in full. So, I don't know how all those at the top can be DLC then, because that's many more than 6 people. That's many more. That's why I'm thinking that.
Maybe
that-
more coming along later down the line.
I think there's gonna be some unlockables, because I mean, I know Psyche wasn't unlockable in 13. He was an unlockable.
Yeah.
And yes, was unlockable. Yes, they were.
So that's what I was saying. I'm like, everybody's saying, oh, the top is DLC. I'm like, unless like they're just saying straight up like, hey, we won't hide it from y'all. We got 2 more seasons coming. Ha ha ha. It's like, I don't know, like something up there is suspicious, especially like the single freaking box over there. That's suspicious. That's sus.
It is.
That is sus. That's sus.
Who knows? Maybe
There's a
we'll
single
look-
entry here, and the other chick, like with the freaking glasses and the hair, then the freaking queen or whatever. I don't like. Am I missing something? Like, cause let's see. There's Team Hero there, Fatal Fury there, AOF there, the GAW team is there, Orochi there, freaking the Sacred Treasure's dead in the middle, appropriate. The women, the super heroines there, the secret agents. Put one on top of the other right there, and then the freaking Ikari Warriors, and then the Outliers. This chick, K-Dash, Ash Crimson. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
It also asks the question, where's Hyder? Because he could be on a team with K-Dash, or this new chick, or Ash.
And why is she not on the board?
Well, my question is, we're the black chick not next to it's a Radio Future chick, and I see that they're gonna be partners based on that trailer that we saw. We saw like a little few minutes ago. We saw them talking. They're like their partner.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
mean,
It's just that one
juicy.
box.
These final reviews are gonna be quite interesting.
I'm just saying that one box over there is sus unless it's like some freaking. It's a twist. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. It's kind of sus. But like, what's the one over here in the chat? What y'all talking about? Jose hoping for Mr. Karate to be one DLC characters. I mean, if he ain't retired. Elizabeth Blunt.
Well, gee, I expect her to be one of Ash's partners, quite honestly.
That'd be something else.
I think
Something else.
because like what team is Hydern gonna be on, to be honest? Because he's on the cover, right?
You think of Kate Ash?
You could be with K-Dash because remember
Yeah.
the Ikaris and the K-Dash team, they get along.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
And I mean, they like. I mean, he like Ripker's like with his
His sister.
in their coat. That's just something. I'm like, where is she? I thought I was tripping. I was like, where? Where is she? I don't see her on here. Y'all got the one new chick, but where's the other one? Where is she?
That's why I was questioning that myself too. Like, where is she exactly?
After being like a baubles. Alright, let's get going. Or is there anything else y'all want to pick from this?
Oh.
No, I just want to think who. I was going to say who do you think we're going to feel like it sucks. Remember, even that black chick, who do you think will be the third member of with the Jet Set Radio Girl? I hate calling her that, but we don't know her name. So
We don't know her name. Unless like the deck revealed or something. Sorry, you ass. I'm gonna do some research. Let me see if we know their names or something.
Tuh.
As far as I know, their names will not be revealed.
Okay, anyway. Maybe she could be with Ken. Or maybe she could be with someone else. Who knows? The weird
She's another newcomer or a returning fighter.
yeah. And I think they're not gonna just stick her with another newcomer, because that didn't work very well last time. So we'll have to see.
I don't think we know what their names are. I don't think we know what the freaking names are.
Considering-
When we move on, guys, who do you think should be a priority for the? Let's just to say they're not gonna make it in the base game. Who do you think should have the 6 slots for the first 2 sets of teams that come out?
Who should
It's
have the
gonna have to be
first?
somebody that people are gonna buy. I mean, this is like
Who do you
DLC.
think exactly? Like Geese House, pretty popular. There's Angel, you discussed earlier.
Like it would be kind
Maybe
of bad to not have
Taku
Geese. I feel like it would be bad to have Geese on. He's not on the main roster. Like, I don't know about like, because maybe the story's going a different direction or something. But he's pretty pivotal to the story. He's pretty pivotal to the story. Like, I mean, then again, maybe he isn't because of everything with like I guess everything with Verse had been taken care of, so he's kind of taking a back seat. Or maybe there was something in the manga that I didn't.
I'm gonna say
But-
a character like
Nakaru's not there, or she's pretty important.
Oh yes.
yeah,
Yep.
the entirety of
Yep.
Team Another World
No
isn't
word
here.
on Nakaru.
Yep. You're right, Nakaru, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know this might sound like a joke,
That's
then,
something I
but
want to point out. There's a lot that's going on.
I know people think this is a joke, but like, I mean, like I said, I only really like one of these characters, but I believe people when they say they want the American sports team back. I believe them. I mean, I believe them at least. I mean, it's
I
not.
think that'd be a smart thing to bring back.
You know,
I mean, a lot of the, like, people want them back. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this was even before, like, memes became a thing, because think about it. The running gag was the fact that they got jokingly booted from every freaking tournament. Like, I don't think most people are just taking the piss when they talk about freaking the U.S. sports team. I mean, I believe them. Then again, maybe I'm a sucker and maybe they are me. I don't know. But it's like, I know who it can't be. I know it can't be probably any of the newer characters that didn't really get over. Because, I mean, most of the ones, honestly, I think they're already on the roster. Like, you know, the only one I think that's missing is, like, Kukri, I think. But, I mean, like, people keep talking about obscure stuff, and it's like, y'all, stop kidding yourselves. This is DLC.
in terms
If they
of
really
the-
want to sell it, you gotta, like, have your pulse on the people and see what they want then. This is the reason why I'm surprised KOF, I mean, SNK didn't do a freaking KOF poll. They did it with Sam Show, and they kind of loosely followed that poll. Why didn't they do it again? Because now they're gonna throw out something random, and people are gonna complain.
What if it's... I mean, I think one of the best things they could do if they're doing teams would be a Team Garo. Because, you know, everyone loves Garo. I'm not even just saying this because people in the whole Rock Power thing, but, like, people love all the Garo characters. There's, like, I don't think there's a single boring Garo character. Just because of the... At least in my opinion. Even, like, the cop dude is pretty cool.
I do that, Siren. I know Hataru, Gato, Freeman, I want to say, who else am I thinking of? Pretty popular.
Marco.
Janae is popular. Marco as well, like that. I have a friend who wants Marco in forever.
They missed an opportunity with him so badly, man. I mean, look.
Oh, I missed out too.
The King, Marco, Robert, I mean, the King, Rio, like that team, the AOF team in this game, it's fine. It's fine, okay? But it's like, that was a missed opportunity. Y'all had a storyline where he was leaving Southtown with Marco. Like, why? Why?
Hey, that's my
Why,
thing.
man?
A lot of story.
I mean, that was perfect. And you could have still had Robert there too. Then, like, you could have just kept him over there. People like Takuma / Mr. Karate. You could have taken Robert and put him and Yuri over there and put them on, like, I don't know, whatever you want to call that team or whatever. They could be Team AOF, and freaking Rio wants to start like his own freaking lineage, his own little variation of the Kyokugen Ryu and everything. Have that happen, and then with the women fighters, I mean, pick somebody obscure. Like, I see a lot of people talk about Hinako, freaking, I'm not gonna say Mei Lee, but probably, but what's the other one? Kasumi. You could have put like Kasumi on the women's team. Yeah, it's like that's easy. That's easy. Like, I just filled all of those voids right there. Put some new characters in there, brought back a favorite, and bam. Okay? They missed an opportunity with that.
Yeah.
They all heard you. 7 o'clock p.m. They heard you. 7 o'clock on my side. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, no,
I'm
not
good
really.
right now. I think we discussed.
Oh, and one more thing before we keep on going. I'm circling, because over there, like I have it to where somebody's selecting Robert Garcia. I'm circling that right there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 colors to select from? Nice.
Not
Incredible.
bad.
Better than the 4 from the previous game. Better. Much better.
There
Let's
were
keep
only
going.
4 in the last game?
Only 6.
They brought some more. Like, it was 4 in the beginning, but then they punched in 2
beginning,
more.
they added 2 more. Yeah.
Yeah, they punched in 2 more. Let's keep going.
Okay.
I could probably put that clip on the channel. It's freaking breaking down this freaking mysterious roster.
Yeah. Probably deserves an entire video within
Alright,
itself.
it's cycling through. See, how can you have a menu like this? Like, this looks kind of plain, but like, it looks great. How do you have this and you don't freaking get the UI in the game right? But it's cool. It's cool. Talk about Shadow Strike?
Yeah, let's talk about
Shadow
Shadow
Strike?
Yeah, let's talk
Alright,
about Shadow
I
Strike.
like this.
Not really. I mean, you guys want to talk about it. I have nothing to say about it. I get the mechanic. It kind of reminds me of a focus attack in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Not much I really want to say on that.
Yeah. I like the name.
It reminds
It's
me
like
more...
a freaking cleave or whatever, but I like the name Shatter Strike.
It reminds me more of the what's it called? There was something already in KLF where you could hold back and then just do CD, and it would cost like a meter, but it would basically do the same
That's
thing.
alpha countering. That's different. That's alpha countering. The generals. KOF probably had its own term for it, but like the moves where it's like, you know, you do like a counter attack after somebody blocks you, you pay meter or something. In general, they call it alpha.
as well.
Does
You
it?
pay half meter, it looks like.
It's meter based.
It's half a meter, it looks like.
Let me see. Roll it back. Yep. You like you paid a whole bar and got like 1 back from the Kyo like clip that I saw.
You get 1 back. If you do successfully, you get a bar back.
I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. That's all I can say.
Hold on.
But I just like that name. I thought it was gonna be named something stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
And it does wall bouncing because like thank you Neo Curl because the one that Luong had, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Past Shatter Strike.
Let's talk about max mode.
I mean, it's good, but I was expecting so much more from the color coding. But I mean, at the same time, I get it. You know, you can at least know like what it is that you did. Cause like
Okay.
Killer Instinct, like, you know, gives you visual clues. Like, for instance, if you don't get like if you missed the guess for like your combo breaker, they'll tell you what it was that you should have pressed. So I mean, I give it that. I was just expecting a little bit more, but I mean, hey, cool to have it back. Cool to not have EX moves bound to this anymore.
Is it?
That in 14 was kind of
It
stupid,
looks like,
in my opinion.
I can't tell if this max mode is bound to EX moves. It looks like it, almost like the last game, but at the same time.
They're not. We knew that from Mason Kun's trailer when it came out. Because I know, like, Wolf and everybody was talking about some, like, with Mason Kun's trailer is like there were no more bound moves.
But if you look at Shune doing it, just take a look. Maybe he just does two, but look at Shune when he does it. If you look at when Shune activates max mode, he only does the EX moves during it, and he doesn't lose any meter.
And right after that, didn't it have EX moves or whatnot? It had like it after that clip, I think. And they weren't in max mode. Like, look where it says EX moves. I think it's after the rush portion.
Yeah, no, there you go. My bad.
I know everybody was celebrating about that because they thought that was one of the corniest things about 14, which I agree. I agree.
So, okay.
This man said shatter all copyright strikes. Who freaking their own studios? Oh crap.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm all
what
over
else
the
you got
place.
about the max of modes? The max of million of modes?
There's quick max as well, which is nice.
I was hoping that would be a little something else, but then again, I guess if you gave it something that'd be a little bit more crazier. But like I said, again, it gives you a visual cue of, like, you know, if you wondered what you did and you're getting tilted, you see like, oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do the freaking max mode raw. I did it in a combo.
Yeah.
EX moves from Street Fighter 4. Who you talking about, Jose? EX moves from Street Fighter 4. Let's, I guess, head back to 213 and let's just go from there.
Okay.
We still got ground to cover right there. Whew.
So super special moves, nothing special there. But, yeah.
And Shune's like moves, they look so much better like in this game than like 14. The story.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is I'm glad they did it.
Yep. This stage. Let's pause on this, the cinematic. Whether or not it's a stage or not, it looks like it's probably.
Where? Which one? Timestamp, please.
Probably definitely the stage. It's probably the final round.
237. If this is the final stage, it looks incredible.
It does. Much better than what we had before.
So that's where they were putting all their time into.
Yeah, it looks. This looks like
into freaking aesthetics. That's why the UI freaking like stamps and mess up, dude. Looking good.
Honestly, they could just take the portraits from this game and then just stick them onto the KOF 13 UI and maybe change the color of the metal, and it would probably look better, to be honest.
Pretty sure we're gonna
And
get
it
the
would
metal
work,
in this
too.
game too. I'm pretty sure we'll get like the metal. Kid in the chat says, I think the Shune hate will start to stop after KOF 15. If the story does them justice, it will. I hope.
Yeah, no.
I hope.
This is gonna be Shune's moment. I feel like KOF 14, it was so. he was, and, you know, he had to get still like I think like in '99, Key Ash's first go. You got to get used to him, but about 2,000 people loved him. So I think it would be like that for King Fighters 15 for Shune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be his party. This is gonna be his coming out party right here. I think Shune, if it does it justice, I don't know. Maybe some people still have their minds made up. He's trash, man. Just freaking Ash Crimson's back. I don't care about Shune. I don't know. Maybe some people will be want. I think Shune is redeemable, regardless of how much I make fun of. But he's redeemable.
All right.
His personality is dope. It's just, you know, his design leaves a lot to be desired. Shune's a cool character, cool moveset, everything.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Anybody?
Other than the stage, it looks incredible. Oh.
It. I went to 240. Let's keep going.
As the spotlight shines on the newly opened KOF tournament.
And this right here interests me. Two things actually. One, where like at 241, where Shune is like, I guess, getting engulfed by his own power or something. I'm surprised Siren
So I
didn't.
know talk about that woman just now.
Talk
I know
about
I'm forward to them.
the dark
I'm surprised.
Shune theory I
I'm
had.
surprised Siren didn't pop for that because he's been saying from the beginning that he thinks like the final boss of 15 is gonna be like, what did you say? Like, you know, it's gonna be reversed, but like it's gonna be somebody else, like a different form or whatever.
Well,
like,
yeah.
Versus gonna choose to act for somebody else.
I'm gonna say it's like that, and the other theory I had is it's gonna be like dark Shune, like how there was dark Ash, and I think that's another possibility with this.
Yeah.
We also get
There's that, and once again, go a little bit forward to like basically the segment between like the 240s where you got Jet Set Chick talking to the boss lady. God dang it! Can y'all? Why didn't?
Right here.
That's another. That's another brown down right there. No pun intended. That's another brown. Why didn't y'all tell us their names? Come on, man. I
It's
understand.
true. Like, we should know their names. It sounds weird. Black chick, you know, it's unfortunate. That's when they reveal their name. I hope next week's trailer, because we didn't get nothing else but this. I hope we do get trailer next week. Next week, just give us these girls' names. Like,
Yeah,
if
like-
we do it again, please give us names.
Yeah, like at this point, y'all might as well reveal both of them, or at least just tell us what their names are, okay? Because I'm like, I was so happy like when I saw like both of them for the first time, but then I knew something was missing when I watched trailer. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know their names. I'm like,
Exactly. And she's like
damn
a
it.
dark priest. I feel like she's control running things behind the scenes. I feel like she's like the main big bad right now.
yeah, I think she ain't on the side of good. I know that much. She is not on the side of good, and I can honestly not wait to see like what alternate colors Boss Lady has. So
her
I can't wait to
glasses.
see.
She just got those Harry Potter glasses, which look a little stupid, but like they're alright, I guess. But they still kind of look a little stupid. For like a boss character to have Harry Potter glasses, that's just me. But like,
You're really saying somebody can't be a boss character because they got glasses?
no, I'm saying because they have Harry Potter glasses. They can have glasses. Glasses can be cool. Look at Charlie's glasses. You look at this person's glasses. Oh, Jesus.
Charlie's not a boss. As a matter of fact, Charlie got a glow up, albeit it was him being Frankenstein. That man got a Frankenstein glow up or whatever. She's fine. Like glasses or whatever. Then it reminds me of the glasses. Like if y'all ever seen the voice actress, then she voices. I think she's known for like I forgot his name because it's been a minute since I've seen The Promised Neverland. But the one little broody kid or whatever. But she also voices Ramlethal in Guilty Gear. Laura Stahl. Laura Stahl wears glasses like that. I think it's cute.
Nice little trippy, yeah.
Oh, I do wonder though. I do wonder, like, in her alternates, then can they like? Because you know how sometimes they have alternates in games where they'll just legitimately just change an aesthetic of theirs. I think Smash does. Like, doesn't Smash like sometimes when they change, like, you know, we can change the color of the character. Like they'll like, it won't just be like, hey, I'm wearing this baseball cap and it's white, and oh, it's this one's blue. Oh, this one's yellow. Instead, like. And like Jigglypuff that does it, like it's different types of hats of different colors.
Yeah, certain characters
You know what
in
I'm saying?
Smash will have stuff like that.
I
Some
wonder-
characters will have like where it's split half and half. Even Kazuya has something similar to that, where he has like a shirtless and a non-shirtless.
Yeah. Like, I wonder if they'll do that right there, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Also, a little bit off topic, Homegirl's color scheme kind of reminds me of Javatma from Maximum Impact. I know they're not related. I'm just saying her color scheme does remind me of Chewbacca.
Is that
You never know. They love pulling stuff out.
is that the magic like butterfly girl thing?
That's Louis Mayweather. Drop is a boat. The dude that looks like a boat.
Is it the guy who has like? Is he the dude that arm stretches like a dual on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's who this girl reminded me of as well. I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, that's why I said she looks like a Maximum Impact character. Because like, she looks like she could be like related to this dude, just by the way she dresses and stuff, and like her hair.
I think Jose in the chat, I think what he says might be the bullseye. He thinks that Boss Lady is the host.
I think that too.
Of course, me too.
Also, I went to the SNK wiki, even it doesn't know what the two women's names
Nope,
are.
I was at the wiki early myself, Jose. I'm glad I'm the only one.
Damn it, SNK, why did y'all just tell us their names?
I think they really need to do that. That's weird. You don't show up new characters and not say their names. That's weird.
I mean, they kind of did that with Nagoro Yuki when we saw him in the very first like Guilty Gear
That was like,
trailer.
a teaser of what's going on with Guilty Gear eventually.
But I mean, like they didn't like it wasn't. We didn't wait a long time for it though. I'll just say it because let me not jinx it, but I feel like we have to wait a while for this.
I hope not.
I hope not. Damn it. Let's keep going.
Nice to like tell the news by Friday or even next week.
Please.
Friday. Oh, here's the names of two girls we showed you in the trailer.
Please. I'm at 243 right now.
Okay.
Get there and on go. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. She confronts her, so those two definitely know each other. The
Yeah.
sacred treasures are there. Ash is trash talking, so he doesn't like anybody. The way that looks visually, this story, man. I just gotta.
Okay,
like,
pause here. Pause it.
For this.
253.
Where?
253.
Where? 253. You just want to hear me make fun of shooting again.
Wait, no, actually, hold on. Go a little bit further because it's a better angle. Go 255 actually, because that's a better angle of it.
Mm-hmm. Wanted me to freaking make fun of him. Wanted to make fun of him.
You see, you know that other theory I had. I doubt this is what's
Where
going
he's
to happen.
reaching out.
Well, yeah, he's kind of reaching out. He's looking at the camera like a.
Somewhere where he's reaching out.
What?
You're kind of breaking.
A little bit, he is breaking.
I am.
Because we're looking at where he's reaching out, right?
He looks like he's reaching
So I'm thinking
out.
that's 255.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said that scene was so anime.
Okay, no, not where he's reaching out. It's 255. It's where he's looking directly at the camera.
He's looking directly at the camera.
Or the camera's facing his face, and he's like screaming.
I got that at 256.
Okay, then I guess I was like a frame before then.
The frames on them are kind of weird.
But
They don't have like the little what you call the microseconds or whatever you want to call them.
if you press minus and if you press minus and comma, you can do frame by frame. Okay. Anyway, a climax beyond all expectations. Okay. Well, look at what he's in. He's in like this big golden thing. Man's looking like he's about to go onto the ship from Halo or I don't know Asgard or something. But I feel.
He's talking about the part where that climbs beyond all expectations await.
Yeah, but
He's about to fight the final boss.
I just nicked it a frame back like a little bit. It's just like told you.
now I could be wrong, but this feels very similar to that one theory I also had, or like idea I had, where at the end of say KOF 16 they time travel, but like maybe it might be something similar here. He's going through like some magic portal golden thing, all disoriented. I don't know. A climax beyond all expectations awaits you? I don't know. That seems pretty expectation shattering. I mean, it's a cliche,
Is that
but at the
dialogue? Is that dialogue in the scene, or is that the narrator talking.
That's
to
the
us.
narrator.
What's
but
up, Ryan Bomber?
I feel like it could be like
Who's he-
foreshadowing or something
Who's
like
he
that.
talking to though?
Us.
Who's he talking to
The
now?
narrator's talking to us.
Exactly.
He's saying a climax beyond all expectations awaits you. I think, considering he's saying it during this scene where he's going through this golden rift, I think it might have a possibility that something crazy is going to happen at the end of this game.
I mean, you could tell that from the fact they were talking about the end of the world when they were talking about the story.
I'm just saying.
All I just see this as is just a freaking Frankenstein sentence of a bunch of things that SNK has been chucking at as far as buzzwords. Climax, you know what that means. Beyond all expectations. This is legit a Frankensteining of all the freaking buzzwords they've been throwing at us for a while now. Unless, like, now I'm being facetious, but I'm like, I get it because it could easily be like a double entendre. My whole thing is like, what? Are they gonna delete him? They're gonna delete Shune because people picked on him too much.
He does look like he's in that. Like,
That's definitely not gonna happen.
he
What
does.
protagonist ever hit the bucket in King of Fighters and did not come back?
Which,
Ash.
I mean,
Kinda.
Ash looks like he's back.
Ash is
He
back
is
now.
back.
That doesn't work anymore. I'm so glad I put that video out about Ash. Thank y'all for voting on that, by the way, because he would have that mess would have tripped me up. Oh, Ash hasn't been back since what? They leaked him? Aw.
I mean, he does look like
Ash
he's
was the
getting
first-
deleted
Ash
by
was the first freaking
deleting.
KOF. Ash was the first KOF character to like strike out on his own during his own arc. He was the first he was the first one. Like in his own arc, he struck out. He's the only protagonist that struck out on his own and went on his own team in his own arc. So, hey, if there's one way you can get Shune to stand out, get him to start breaking some of the standards. I mean, he's already kind of broken some of them by being a very gentle, a gentle soul. Whereas every single freaking person before him that was protagonist was basically either egotistical, bratty, or prickish, or all three.
So, I do gotta ask you this. This new chick, do you think this new chick is gonna be the Iori to this guy's Kyo?
I'd like it. Because, I mean, while it might take a bit of digging, but you do kind of see hints of, like, Shune's character when he has, like, his special interactions in 14.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like that whole thing where they talk about every good hero needs a great villain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that way, the hero keeps bouncing off the villain, so, like, maybe this person pushes them and helps them become more of a dynamic character instead of a flat character. So, like,
I mean, I don't think Homegirl's gonna be that much of an antagonist. She's more like a bratty rival. She doesn't look like she's gonna be like an Ori type. He's gonna be strong. Obviously, we all know the rivals to the main character is Ori's pretty damn strong. But she's she's sinister. She's a little bit cocky based on what we know about her. But I don't get she's gonna be a menace in the long run.
You don't need to say Iori's a menace. I'd say he's more of like, because like he's not a full-on like menace. He only hates really Kyo, and apparently in the story he's not that bad of a guy. He's just a little violent. But the fact that what am I saying? I think what I mean by like the Kyo to Iori is like it's this character who's a rival, but they can team up at times when the story needs them to, I guess, technically, but when they need to. Because she's like cocky, kind of like Kyo.
Oh my god.
Ow.
I was trying to keep it low. I was trying not to laugh out loud because Ryan Bomber said he canceled his freaking pre-order because of no Sylvie.
Damn.
I hear that, Ryan. I hear that.
I hope people see this is what I'm talking about. It's like you gotta be mindful about perception at times, man, because people because you have people thinking that folks thought Sylvie was a worse character than Shune. It's like you have people that say that she was a lot more better color coordinated than Shune was. And like I said, on top of that, I mean, like I say, a lot of the heat that Shune gets, it's off the strength of him being the protagonist. When you're the protagonist, you're the new guy. You know, you're stepping in the lineage of characters that people think are cool or badass. And even somebody like an Ash Crimson, who kind of broke all the rules of being a hero, but at least there was a method to his madness. I'll put it like this. There was a video where, like, the last video where I talked about, you know, why I didn't feel like there's going to be many characters as far as newcomers in 15. I talked about also Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur having misfires when it comes to making new protagonists. Which is funny because that's a critique in wrestling nowadays. They don't know how to make new stars. But still, back to the main point, Soul Calibur had Patroclus. Like I said, I played Patroclus, I put a note in there, I mained him, but like as a protagonist, this guy was awful. Like, I was confused. I'm like, he's the good guy? Ash Crimson is legit freaking Patroclus done right, I think, because like I said, at the end, there was a method to the Ash Crimson madness. There was a method. So, but yeah, I hope she does come back around then. I think also, since you're talking about visual symbolisms there, the image that everybody saw, which they're guessing is like the cover art or whatnot, where it has like all the characters like up top, and then you got Shune and her back to back at the down part or whatever. Like I said, I hope so, because clearly she has a lot of character already from what we've seen. And what better way to actually build Shune and make him more dynamic than sending him at somebody who like actually is bursting the character. Onyx Blade, you've seen this with wrestling all the time then, where you got somebody that can't really talk on the mic all that well. What do they give them? They give them a manager and they sell it to him and the dynamic works. Same thing here.
An opponent who's very lively, that brings the other wrestlers' personality out of them during the match.
Same thing here, like because people are already digging her for one reason or another, but I mean, from these little bits of like clips that we've seen, she is bursting with personality then, like she's on to some mess in this story mode. So, I'm all for it, like give him a rival, and somebody here pointed it out, and someone on the video that I did, not the intros or the ads, the hype packages that is, what was it? There it is. Every KOF protagonist has a rival come in every second installment in the new saga. I know of some instances where that is the case. I like because
Ash
Yori
does not
really
have.
didn't. But then again, like that's why I said like Ash kind of broke the mold a bit. He kind of broke the mold because you know he's the guy, but at the same time he's over here screwing everybody over.
In terms of like people who don't have antagonists, I don't think Kadish had one really either, other than just Ness. And Ness was just kind of like the main villain. Didn't really have a proper rival.
I mean, he probably did, but then think about it, like the person that was built to rival him went to his side because Kula was once meant to be anti-him. And then what happened? Came to his side.
But
I don't know if that was the second game though.
But I wouldn't really
and
consider
that's-
something like that a rivalry. More like this is your job, kill this guy. Right? That's just more
That's
of
a
a
rival,
do your
though, like,
job
that's a rival though, like somebody built you to do that. The same way like you can have multiple rivals, you know. But I do want to question, was it in the second game though? That's what I want to question. Because I heard somebody else make that point. I don't know if that was the second game.
So it's kind of true because in a sense, you know, Eeyore did come into King Fight 95, which was Kyo's rival. Who ever considered Ash's first rival?
The kid said it. He said Iori came in '95 for Kyo, of course, because '94 was the first one. Kula for K-Dash in 2000. Elizabeth was for KOF 11 for Ash. You know
That's
what?
debatable.
You know what? I never thought about it like that. I never thought about it like that. See, now looking back, I kind of appreciate the freaking Ash saga a whole lot more.
The Ash Saga
'Cause
was
it's
cool,
like-
bro. It was cool.
I'm not saying like it was terrible or anything. It's just like they're just things where it's like you never really realize it though, because they said it themselves. Ash was the guy, but who was like for the most part pushing back against him? It was Lizzie, and then 13 came Psyche, but you know that's when, like we said, there was a method to madness.
You know,
There was
Ash's true intentions were revealed to us.
849 for K-Dash 2 in 2001. Yeah, but they don't want us to talk about him.
Yeah, K-49 was going to be the main rival, but unfortunately, you know, his copyright issue.
You know, I think I figured out Ash's rival.
Here's a little Here's a little bit of trivia for y'all in the chat because I talked to Siren and Honest Blade about this. I'm gonna start calling you Blade.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it interchangeably. But so y'all might know this though, but it was a Japanese fan of the KOF All Stars game. They actually tweeted at the official KOF All Stars Twitter, asking, hey, when are we gonna get Nameless, and are we gonna get K49 in KOF All Stars? If you use a good enough translator, not Google Translate, for translate in Japanese, a friend of mine who's teaching me Japanese actually handed it to me. The freaking official KOF All Stars freaking Twitter, they mentioned Nameless, but then they were like, who's that other person you were talking about? Who's that? They legit feigned ignorance that they didn't know who K49 was. So it's like,
you know what's kind of nutty?
I want to say the people. Say what?
You know what's kind of, well, it's more interesting, but you know what's kind of interesting and kind of crazy about KOF All Star? They have some KOF 14 characters in there, like Sylvie, but they don't have Shune or Maiden Kun in there yet, which just doesn't make any sense to me, considering they already have characters from
It's
14.
weird.
Which,
See, Nakawu still be out, so the only hit by 14 cards are playable in KO4, so meantime Shune's the main protagonist, but he's not playable yet.
who knows, maybe they'll have like a...
And no
when
pushing new
releases.
characters isn't anything new. Like, they were legit, when K-Dash was going to make his debut, as someone just mentioned a moment ago, they were going to take, Kyo and Iori out of the game where K-Dash was meant to be the guy, because it's like, okay, we don't want, these other guys getting this heat win. We want, K-Dash to be the new guy. We know y'all like Kyo and Iori, but we don't want them here. Look at the white-haired brat dude, this guy. Look at him. But then they relented, and they had to put him in there with a
Then they
separate port.
relented, the fans kind of had an outlet that where the hell's Q, where the hell's Iori? That's like in the arcade, if I'm not mistaken, the arcade version for Q on 99, you cannot play Q Iori. They're only for the console.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Even though that was a different time when you didn't have all this silliness nowadays, this is what I talk about when it comes to matters of perception. Because why do you start getting some of these characters in certain cases that people say they don't want? Now, in certain cases, it has to do with the fact that the company says, "Hey, take it. See here, look at Shune. He's got headphones. Did we mention he has headphones? Isn't he cool?
Creepy would
You
disagree.
youngsters want to play some KOF? You youngsters want to play some KOF there?
Creepy would be out here like, what'd you say about headphones? Oh, let me tell you about headphones.
Do you think if this is a dumb question, but we keep going after this here? Do you think if SNK decided to make merch based off of Shune Shune headphones or whatever, would people buy them?
Yes.
I feel like Creepy would buy a pair
You know,
just
like
to stomp
Shune's
on
not
them.
whatever, but they love KF enough that they bet they a serious KF addict will
course.
want it just to have it to the collection, of course.
Of course.
I feel like
Let's keep going after.
I feel like
Yeah.
Creepy would have a pair, and then he would just break it on purpose, as a video.
Not on to me. Let's keep going.
All right.
Time makes beyond expectation. Wait, you see? Then they had to go to white. Why you gotta disappear?
All right. Pause.
Game mechanics of the game mode.
Online battle. 302.
See, look,
Pause.
stop right quick. 30. Oh, you said 302. You first then. 302 first.
Online battle. Rollback netcode empowers the fighters to take the skills to the next level. I've said as much as I could there. It's amazing. You go on, Chris.
Say what?
I said it's rollback. It's amazing. Enough said. You go on and say what you need to, Chris.
All I gotta say now is here's to hoping they incorporate it right, because people now they gonna see they got it for you cry. They finally got it now. Could you stop crying? It's like, no, okay, because Siren's definitely gonna freaking flip out when I tell him this. But it's like, whether you want to believe him, whether you don't. Street Fighter 5 got rollback in it.
That sucks bad.
Street Fighter 5 got rollback. I mentioned Siren because Siren, you were there. He went on that rant about how freaking ridiculous the online is.
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta do it right. Now, do I trust them
But
at this point?
this is SNK.
I do.
And they've had at least some semblance. If they'd given it to Cold Mystics, they could have given it to Cold Mystics, I think, if they did.
It's like
Or they could have done it
yeah,
themselves.
it's like,
But also,
regardless, I mean, if we get that Code Mystics did that, then I ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm not gonna lose sleep.
They
I
got
mean, like-
Cold Mystics do real good, real good.
If they
Cold
do,
Mystics
if I find out if they confirm Code Mystics did that, then wherever it can be, then whatever you got my pre-order straight up once I freaking make another round off of another freelancing project. There you go. I will throw all the money at you because I stand by what I say, and I'm saying that because I know some people do this. But I'm just saying I'm not one of these people that just gets online and talks about rollback and just doesn't freaking put up. Okay. And to add on to a point, I didn't want to stay on it too long because we were legit on that picture of K-Dash for a minute. But Blade said it very well, though. It's not just about rollback, okay? People that freaking get on our, that say we annoy them when we talk about rollback netcode. It's not about that. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let it go. Samurai freaking Showdown Sim could have rollback netcode. I ain't buying that. That game is awful. It's garbage. Shaq Fu could make a comeback or rollback. I ain't buying it. You can sell it to these little mean little freaking people that love you. Just I got a meme. Look at this. It's so bad. It's good. It's like the room of fighting games. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna buy that. It's not just about netcode. Then
You're
we talk about
tearing
these
me
games.
apart, rollback.
That's why it's like it annoys me. So I was like, yo, acting like it's the only thing that matters, and like people that talk about it, they never played Sam Show. They talk about it because they want it. You know what I'm saying? Most people. I don't think the people that just talk loud and don't do jack. I don't think that accounts for at least as much of the base as people claim it does.
Exactly. Because you gotta remember that sometimes a lot of people are the ones you hear the most when it's releasing.
Neo Kuro said in the chat, Tekken 7 also says don't have rollback. They don't. I think they do, but the problem is they're playing a fast one. It's just like the Street Fighter thing. They're pulling a fast one.
I have
They
yet
do,
to have
but
an
it's
actual.
not done well. It's not done well, number one, and number two, from what I understand in 3D fighting games like Tekken, I hear it's a lot more tricky and a lot more strenuous. But at the same time, Tekken is a powerhouse of the series. You got the funds.
I have not had a bad online experience with Tekken 7 yet, and I'm not even like some like person who molests their router, but it's just like I haven't had something bad yet. But I also play at the lower levels, so who knows?
Me neither. Me neither. Like, I really got back on the Tekken when people were praising the Kunimitsu patch had fixed up the online, which from the few matches I played, I mean, it was decent still. Input lag was there, but I mean,
Well, yeah, I feel like it's.
we
gonna
knew
be
about
there for
input
a
lag
lot
in the
of-
game way before.
But it's not nearly as bad as Street Fighter 5. Like, oh my god, you call that rollback? That's just back. Ain't no rolling.
It does, but they did it, but it ain't good. It's not good.
They should have just
So,
used whatever
it's
that
saying-
one guy gave them.
This is your chance, SNK man. Knock this mess out the park. I'll tell you, I'll be playing it. I mean, I can't speak for everybody or whatever then that talks about like netcode or whatever, but I know I'll still be playing it. Only things I really play right now is like Strive and Skullgirls. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Also, a little bit of
two games that really, the main popular games that got good netcode.
yeah. Neo Curl, I want to doubt it myself then, but I'm like, if we take the man stuff into account, then it's like, regardless of whether it is rollback or whether it isn't, we can both agree, it's not good. You might as well, like, because Harada, like, I like Harada, but that was such a weak defense. He was like, oh, you know, most people out there talking about rollback, they don't know what they're talking about. I was like, again,
The game feels like.
I don't think that accounts for as much people as you're saying. There are
Was-
people that make videos about this. It's
Was-
like, stop. I hate that in general. I don't want to get deep into it. But stop, like, trying to, you know, discredit people talking about something like we want rollback in these games.
Okay, listen,
Like,
I
stop
don't.
dismissing. Stop dismissing the people that know what they're talking about by bringing up the idiots. Okay.
Okay,
Because
okay.
that's what I think. That's what I think Harada did. That's what I think he did. Because I don't wholesomely believe that that's rollback. I don't think it is. But I'm like, okay, let's take his word for it. If it is, this ain't good.
I think I think what Harada said is the equivalent to. It's like saying you need to be a doctor to know what malpractice looks like, which I can tell you don't need to be. Anyone else?
I can tell you that's a weak argument right there because it's like I said, there are people that know what they're talking about. Stop talking about the idiots. Why do people love bringing people that don't know what they're talking about and legitimize them? Why? We should be keeping them out then. Let them stay in their little fantasy world and worship all the freaking people out there that freaking believe in their own bull. Like, let them go out there. Don't invite them to the table where we're having an actual conversation. Like, I mean, it'll take you a while. Like, far as knowing what rollback is, at the very best, it could take you a week to learn about it. Now, implementing it yourself and doing the coding, you already know what I'm about to say. You know it. You know about coding. I know about coding. Ain't nobody becoming no rollback, code like that code and getting into coding in 5 days unless they're a freaking hidden genius or something who's probably gonna get picked up by the U.S. government thinking that X-Men are real.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I'm like, either way, like, I just didn't like when he said that because it's like you're kind of almost making it think you're stupid. Because yes, there are people out there that don't know what they're talking about. I'm not one of them. I try to at least I'm not gonna sit here and just throw crap at you and my emotions and crap at you and like, oh, you know what? I got a YouTube channel and 2,000 people like my video and they agree with me, so it's gotta be real. No. Don't insult people's intelligence. That's all I gotta say. Don't insult gamers' intelligence then. I just legit had to watch one of my favorite YouTubers, Sunpie, talk about Soulja Boy getting mad because people call that console he put out trash. It ain't people's fault that people using their freaking fingers to hit the mess and the freaking button taps aren't getting registering.
I mean, it's their fault for buying. It's their fault for buying a console that is made by an already kind of sketch rapper who's already infringing on many different copyrights from that console alone. So, I think your money. I think yourself is a little bit here to blame if you bought the Soulja Boy handheld.
Well, they didn't buy it. The people didn't buy it. The company that I guess he was pouring money into that made it sent it to YouTubers to put it out there and have people review it and give them like some put it out there on the YouTube sphere basically spread it. There we go. I wanted to.
Cloud.
I was trying to avoid that word, but there we go. Pretty much spread some awareness, you know what I'm saying? Spread some new awareness, spread my product out there, talk about my product on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one bought it, they just gave it to him, and then when they said the mess was garbage, he got mad. Let's keep going, because I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
Keep on going, roll back netcode, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to stop. Well, you know what?
Let's look at the main menu here.
I mean, technically, rules are kind of common sense. If you guys want to talk about them, we can talk about them, we can also move along.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Okay, stop at 306.
I was just gonna.
Actually, no. 307.
I was just gonna say again, come on, man. The menu looks basic, but I mean, it at least looks good. You got the logo here and everything. I'm gonna keep ragging. I'm gonna keep ragging on the freaking. I'm gonna keep ragging on the freaking UI.
As simple as the menu looks, it still looks good.
Every time I see something good on the other side, but you know what? Let me stop. I understand the global bastards let everybody down. Let me stop. I'll be nice. I'll be considerate.
Okay, so
I'll be considerate because SNK gave us rollback netcode. Neo Curl tagged me. Do you think they will have a? Well, actually, talking to all of us. Do you guys think there will be a beta test? My answer is there better be. There better be. There better be.
It needs to. I would say maybe late October.
Give us a Christmas present. Put it out then.
That's
December.
Close to the they need probably do a second. They could do a second beta in December. They need the first one in October.
I'm just saying, give us a Christmas present. It ain't got to be the first or the second. Just give us one. Give us a demo.
Okay, if we look at the main menu here, it looks like it doesn't look like story and arcade are separated, which makes me a little concerned.
I think versus might be. Or maybe like, cause I know different like games like they'll break their stories down. I'm convinced that it'll be like a cinematic of some sort. I'll be let down if it is, cause the
What's
visuals,
cinematic?
the visuals from the cinematics here were so good. They were so good. Don't waste it again, SNK. You always waste the Marco Rodriguez. Don't waste this too. Don't waste it. Cause I think, cause on top of that, I can't think of any. So I'm just gonna put it out there as like, out of curiosity instead of like speaking facts. But I know some games will have like arcade, usually under versus. Sometimes they're separate and sometimes they're like integrated. So, I mean, they just went to the online section, didn't they? When they did like the menu, they just went to online, right? I was wondering like, did they scroll down? Nah, they just went. It starts there.
So you get ranked match, casual match. That's good.
Story is arcade and KOF. You're actually cut off.
Room match, online training, replay, online profile, leaderboard, all the standard stuff. DJ station has me excited.
Say DJ station has you what?
Excited.
Yeah, a lot of people like that. Some people over time it's like, oh, they freaking copy Guilty Gear Strive. I'm like, people, I love Strive.
You know,
okay?
you know what Guilty Gear Strive.
Dice-K.
You want to make
Dice-K,
that argument?
Dice-K
You know what
awesome.
Guilty Gear
Dice-K is
Strive copied? Super Smash Brothers. There you go.
I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna just say this. I like Dice-K. I love the work that he did. He makes awesome music, but he didn't invent jukeboxes, even in video games, okay? I know, like, and on top of that, I'm pretty sure, like, to be honest, what you probably should have said was, I'm pretty sure the DJ station, unless they're gonna go that route too, I want to assume that you don't have to unlock these. I think they're gonna be available off the jump, unless they're gonna hide that behind like something.
Well,
I don't see anything.
Locked up in things in P-Play 14 though.
The what?
PS 14 doesn't unlock pictures by playing
You know what I think they're gonna do with the DJ station? All the like stuff, all the like music we've already heard, and some of the new stuff will be in there. But like stuff that has to pertain, like music that's from the story, probably you have to unlock by playing story.
Maybe.
So I'm thinking too.
Back in other streams I went, many people were complaining about not having an arcade mode. Of course they freaking did. I think they should have just sifted through the menu and just showed what everything was.
Story mode is basically the arcade mode in Chaos 14. Arcade mode is story mode.
Which is what Neo Curl just said like a moment ago. I think people kind of got turned off by like all the cinematics and they think that it's an actual full-on.
The Tekken 7 shit.
Yeah, which we don't know. That's kind of in the air. I'm trying to think if there's some other games I know that like they, because I know some like tethered arcade mode to like their versus mode. Sometimes they're separate, sometimes they're not. But let's keep going.
Okay.
And they better be for background music because there's no way. All right.
Training stage
Alright.
looks dope.
Oh my bad. Freaking stop.
Training stage. I have no high hopes for that.
All right, hold on. Wait a minute. Stop. Go to 320. So what's this then? Like, it's not mind-blowing, but the UI here looks a bit cleaner. Look at it. Like, we got the names. There's some clean cropping, at least, like with the name tags, the colors.
That does look a bit better, but it's still, that UI could still use a bit of work.
I just said cleaner. Because, like, the mess we talked about earlier when we were ragging on it.
Oh, I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just saying that,
like,
it still doesn't.
Like, I still think but I'm just like, this looks cleaner. Like, that's what I'm just saying. Like, I mean, it needs work, yeah, but this looks cleaner. Like, where was that? Like, did we see any of the new characters, like, in some of those scenes, and they didn't want to put their names up there, too? Y'all just tell us who the characters' names are.
Can you all start a hashtag on Twitter labeled hashtag fix KOF15 like in-game UI?
Well, the character selection UI was stolen from Tekken 7. I doubt that.
I highly doubt that.
I doubt that. The messed up part, see, people these days gotta be a little bit careful about saying who jacked what, especially in the music industry. Then because they sue somebody that thinks they jacked their song, but then there's somebody older that freaking has something that sounds just like all y'all songs.
Exactly.
And then the person in the middle's like, "Oh shoot, egg on my face! Ah, I'm a vegan. I don't eat eggs." But I was just saying, like, that looks cleaner. Like, I like the name. Like, it can use some work, yeah, but just like,
I like
Where
that
was
they.
I think the stage help. The stage helps. I think a little more.
yeah.
I like.
Even though,
I like
How
the
does
train.
meter look like though? I like the meter.
I like the training stages reflections. That's what I meant by the training stages. I like how it has reflections because you didn't get that with the other ones.
it's just not. I'm not gonna say it, but it's not doing it for me. They look less like they're in a training stage, and they look more like they're in a hotel. Like, hold up, go back. Wait a minute. I clicked that back to me. Like, start at 320.
The water effect of shooting power is good right there.
Yes. 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 I'm glad for that right there, honestly. Even though I wanted, well, did they say, alright, see if either one of you can remember this. When they introduced Shune with one of the first trailers, did they say he was more muscular or did they say he was more
He did.
toned?
They told him to buff him up.
I'll give him toned up like a Finn Balor type of looking dude, but muscled up, I don't know about that. Like, I'm on 320. On 320.
Like, you know, he's not like Antonov or Buff or like, you know, I'm trying to think of another good example of a Billy Gunn like Yashiro, but he's got a good tone to him. A good
Okay.
base on him.
I was just making sure, like, if they said, like, you know, if they said he's more toned, I get it, but if they're, like, muscular, I'm like, I don't know about that. I stopped at 320. Let's go, and yes, the waters look, it actually looks like water, honestly, it looks fluid. Keep going.
The anime thing.
Stuff. I mean, it's whatever.
Should we
Yeah, I must
talk
say
about?
though, shooting looks good in anime form a lot better than he does in TV form.
He does.
Stop right there on that map. On 331, hey, chat. Oh, dang it, I wish I would have asked this when there was more of y'all, but he put it out there. Which one's better, like the 3D Shune or the anime Shune? Matter of fact, I'll keep it rolling. I'll keep it rolling after that. I'll let it have it. In the cinematic, he looks more muscular. Yes. I'll give you that. And look at, like, I mean, it's kind of simple, but I think, is it like the freaking, and we're basically toward the end right now. But like, even in the background, like of the DJ thing or whatever, it looked like it was the concert hall stage, but blacked out. But even that looked good.
Yeah.
I like how he summons his little hand for like the level 3, but like, I don't. That's super something else.
I want to see the full city feature on Carbon. That's gonna be epic. I'm gonna think he's popping for shooting with those play goes to town in the opponent.
As much as I would want this, like the little thing is a fact. And yeah, like I said, this right here, this release date made me laugh out loud because that's my birthday month. So pre-order bonus, that kind of goes up. Garu Terry. I know a lot of people wanted that. I laughed out loud when I saw freaking, you know, like, hey, we got Garu Terry, and then after that, they don't know freaking progress.
We need more time on
February 17th.
That is.
the 8th game, Team 1, and you know, just because it's three characters in Team 2.
This man said this man said a Christmas sock is better than Shune to you can say the sentence because
Who said they were seen in heaven?
oh,
Classic
God.
Leona
I
seems interesting as well.
I definitely think that. Thank you, Jose, but that ain't till next year. I appreciate it though. That's till next year. That's next February. But yeah, just to wrap this all up, it's amazing. Like, this is the power of conversation where you can turn watching a 4-minute trailer into like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I personally like it. What are we all feeling? There you go. So, how's everybody feeling about we learned here from Gamescom. How's everybody feeling
Outside
about?
of my, potentially not seeing my girl Zarina, this game looking really good, and I'm really happy. I'm gonna give everything a benefit of doubt. It's gonna be good rollback. They have rollback. So let's say the rollback is just as good as Kingdom Fights 2002 UM or better. There is no excuse for people to say, oh, I'm playable online. I can't support the game with online stuff. So you have a game that has great rollback. So now it's kind of start showing King Fights the love it truly deserves.
And on top of that, if you are somebody, I've said it before, I'm pretty sure everybody who's still watching, listen to me go off about for 20 minutes about freaking biking. I've never ever in my life said that, like, if you don't play fighting games with the intention of going to tournaments, Evo, and practicing and being the best in the world, that, you're wasting your time. I've never said that. Just like everybody likes, I want, like, there's a video out there, I think it might be by Core Gaming, I want to say, I might have that wrong, but it was talking about why fighting games are hard, why fighting games are difficult to get into, and they hit all the bullet points there. I've said it before, I'm not gonna keep it long. These games, I'm just pivoting off of the point that Blade made. These games should be for anybody that wants to pick them up. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
That's all. Me just wanting to have good net play. I'm not like, now, the mystery surrounding arcade mode, that's something to talk about, but still. But keep on going, Blade, if you have more thoughts.
I do want to add this. Netcode is important to be discussed earlier. It's very important. It helps keep the game alive because the content of games come out in 2002, and it's as the netcode, great example, obviously, the advanced world like in 2002. It can make it to 2007 if the netcode is good and the developers see a reason to continue adding more content. Just like Tekken 7, Tekken 7's online is trash, but just use it as an example. So if King of Fighters, now we're at netcode, hoping more people give the game a chance to play it, learn the game. If you play casually, that's fantastic. Nothing wrong playing the game casually with you and your friends, or just playing against the AI. Nothing wrong with that, or it's what I do for the most part. However, you do want to take King of Fighters and make it a competitive scene or grow into the scene to be the game to do it. Now that the online is going to have netcode, that we hope is good netcode, not shit like 5. And not only that, when you play a game, it shouldn't be based on, if the game's got netcode alone, I'm going to support it or not. You got to buy a game because you want to enjoy it. Don't be follow the crowd or be like, oh, I'm going to get the game just because it has this, or I'm going to get the game because it has that, or the game does not have something, you won't buy it. Just because you heard your friends say something about it, or a bunch of people on Twitter who don't pay your fucking bills say something about it. Buy the game for your happiness first and foremost. You buy the game because you want it. I'm trying to follow the crowd, and I feel like it's way too often in the fighting game community, you like to follow the crowd instead of doing something that makes them happy.
Exactly. All of that.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I don't know how many of y'all probably watch the video or whatever, but people think I'm a casual just because I talk about storylines and I talk about characters and how they look and stuff like that. I guess that's just something that only casuals do. But I mean, I play competitively as well, but I like stories. I like references with characters and stuff. I like the fact, characters reference some things that I know about, like pro wrestling.
I don't
like
get why
certain
anyone
types
would
of-
not play a story mode. You have
So
no
what?
reason not to. Like, why would someone not play a story mode? I can't think of one reason.
Why would you not play a story mode?
Yeah, why wouldn't somebody play a story mode? Like, it's like you still get to play that game most of the time unless you're playing like Xrd, but like there's no point to not playing it. It's just there for fun. If someone's gonna complain about the story, they should get out. I mean, unless the story's bad. I meant like having a story mode in general. But like, they should at least try it.
I agree. It's there for a reason. I have friends who tell me, oh, I don't play arcade mode. I'm like, it's there. Like, oh, I want to play online. Yeah, online is fun, but I feel like you're not getting the full experience of the game. You don't play the other modes outside or online.
Exactly.
If you want to be an online warrior, not at all. You want to just play the game competitively. You're not interested in the whole arcade mode, time attack, survival, or playing against the AI. That's okay, but I feel like you're not getting the full experience of the game if you just play it for one way.
Exactly.
This might be a little hypocritical of me. If you don't want to fight people online because you're not that kind of player, you don't got the skills to deal with a person online, right? They're gonna lag with you or just playing much better than you. You want to enjoy offline games? That's good too. That's why I so heavily for fighting games have offline mode. Because not everybody wants to be the next Daigo, the next Bonchan, the next Punk, the next Idom, etc., etc. People just want to enjoy the game, enjoy their favorite character, and call it a day.
Exactly. Like I said, and you know, fans of these video games, it also goes just beyond like, you know, players. Like I said, there are people that, you know, when Guilty Gear Strive had put Giovanna out, it looked like time to go bail now. Hopefully K-Dash get his character reveal trailer at some point because there's no confirmed time. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Always love to have you, Jose. Good to see you. He's peacing out. I know he's been bouncing around there because like he watched he was bouncing around like I think he said like yeah this mess loaded with KOF content. But when Gio, well actually no, I've been long after because you know I had like a friend of mine Tina who loves to cosplay. I met her through my brother Johnny, and Strive had already been out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think like she never really liked fighting games or whatever. Like you know she plays like the Overwatch and some other stuff, some visual novels and stuff, because that's how we bonded over visual novels. But I tell her about Giovanna, and she had never played, as far as I know, a lick of Guilty Gear in her life, and she just saw the characters like, oh, it's on my cosplay list. Something as simple as that right there, man. I like stuff like that. You know, people, there's more than one way to love a game. There's more than one way to play a game. Okay, like. The thing that, like I said, the thing that frustrates me about this whole thing is the fact this is one of those instances where we can have the best of both worlds then. Like, people that don't like playing offline, if games really like, you know, really like actually try and get creative, you can have a whole lot of addictive offline content that even sometimes competitive people might like. But also, people that want to play online, we can have great online, great netcode, and they can be happy playing arcade mode. This is not one of these games or these situations where it's like, what I want oversteps what you want. That's it. But everything I saw here, like I said, one of my least favorite types of people when it comes to the gaming community or in any community in general is doomers. Because I think in maybe one of my videos, I'm not sure, all the leaks weren't all that hype. Don't get your hopes up. Please. This was great. I had my criticisms, but this was great. This was great. Maybe I'm biased because it's dropping in my birthday month. I don't know. But this was great. I heard, I heard you. 8 o'clock. You got it. You about to wrap up. Don't worry about it. Siren, final thoughts.
Oh, it's great. I love it. I'm probably gonna go watch it like 15 more times after this.
Oh god. Oh god. Yep, just straight and simple. Now, as ever, people like I might actually, because I think we really did. I like the section where we talked about the roster, so I might put like a clip of that on the main channel, like all the good bits. I'll put them up there. But I think a lot of people that usually don't stop by. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge all of y'all because some of y'all would say some stuff that actually catches my attention. Then, like, Neo Kuro asked some good questions then, and Ryan Bomber had me laughing because I wonder what Sylvie's version of No My No Buy would sound like. What would be no Sylvie, no...
Sylvie, no Sylvie? No. There's nothing feel like that. No Sylvie. No Bilby? No, shit.
Alright, Neo Kuro. Glad you stopped by, yo.
Neo Kuro.
But I think that's pretty much it then, because I've been checking occasionally. I didn't see any confirmation about Nickelodeon. I keep calling it Nickelodeon Smash.
I'm not going to try long. I know I'm ready to go watch my AEW.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, it is Wednesday. Being Punk Week.
Look like absolute shit. I just want to get that off my chest.
So what?
New Saints Row game was like absolute shit.
Never played Saints Row.
I'm sorry, and I like Saints Row, but this reboot was like garbage. And it's gonna be funny. This shit ended up being worse than Age of the Mayhem.
They must have like.
Mayhem was a good game.
Did they reveal that at Gamescom?
They did. That game was like shit.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to watch that Gamescom.
I don't want to because I'm not really into freaking games like Saints Row. Then, like I said, I'm a freaking fighting game junkie, a freaking visual novel person. I like, you know, mystery, like story-rich stuff and everything. So when
I
it
like
comes
fighting
to
games mainly too, but I also dab into other games because I want to be like a YouTube content creator. I want to be a variety besides just fighting games. You know, I'm more leaning towards RPGs or like, you know, racing games outside of fighters. But I like Saints Row, but Saints Row, this review is like shit to me. This is my opinion. I can't speak for everybody. Obviously, you might look at it, you might say, oh, this is perfect. Honestly, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But for me, I did not, when I saw that shit, I wanted to burst out laughing at my job.
so you and me both had. So you and me both had a moment of like bursting out laughing and stuff that got revealed there. Like for me, it was kind of like it was basically hype and joy mixed. Like I said, in the birthday month. But then you was like, boy, something so trash. All you got to do is laugh. Like you don't want to waste energy getting mad.
It's just wow. It's just I do not like the direction.
I'm pretty sure. Since you mentioned AEW, I'm pretty sure you're already mad with the stuff with Bianca Belair for fucking SummerSlam. I'm like, I don't have any. You're like, yeah, you're like, I don't have energy to be mad at this point. I'm just gonna laugh at like anything stupid I see from you.
That's why I've not watched WWE at all since that Bianca. That shit was stupid. I mean, I'm not mad at Becky Lynch. The way they did Bianca, I thought after the whole Kofi and Brock Lesnar situation, that shit would never happen again. But WWE, surprised me.
WWE on WWE. This done morphed into a freaking short-time little wrestling podcast, but we're gonna cut it here, there. This was fun. Like honestly, I like the fact they did this. It's the double-edged sword of like, you know, me wanting more stuff because now it's like I want it now. Fingers crossed for a beta or a demo of some sort. Fingers crossed.
Definitely needs to be a beta.
Yeah.
Demo, of course, but then definitely needs to be a beta. I agree.
Yes.
Also, a lot of test the net code.
All I gotta say is, look at what Strive did. Like Strive still has to fix up like its lobbies and everything and all that. But far as like just the fundamental parts, then it's great. Like just take a page from there because if you do the same thing SNK, yeah, you know,
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. All right, that was fun.
So
Thank
fun,
you for
man.
shout outs to everybody that stopped by because I saw
Thank you so much.
yeah concurrent viewers. I think mine capped at like what was it? What was it, like 11 or 12?
That's good.
Yeah, it was 11. I think it was 10. Regardless, everybody, because you know, whomever stopped by, whether you were in the chat or not, then I appreciate all of y'all. Then, like I said, I saw some new faces that watch my main channel, but they don't come for the streams for one reason or another. They stopped by. Glad to have y'all. We'll wrap it up. But until next time, I will make a formal announcement on my channel if they don't get to it. Then you know, Shattering this weekend. I'm happy that this out here, but I need a break. That leaker freaking ruined my freaking sleep schedule. Thank you all for like joining us again. From me to these two, shout outs to Blade and Siren for stopping by.
Hey,
Finally
no
did the
problem.
dream of having a super show. And you're more than welcome to come back when we get like back to the regular Shattering. So you are always welcome there, Mr. Blade.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Until next time, like I always say, take care, be safe out there. See ya.
Care, guys.